Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulties for a moment, but we are back and we are on the riff for game one of White Lotus Wisteria versus Colorado Keg Killers. Guys, I'm actually looking forward to see what y'all said and see what y'all said. Why I made no predictions, man.
No invade either, so just gonna be a nice, simple 5 point right now, minus the mid. Not quite showing up, but that's all right. So nothing too crazy for starts I'm seeing either. Pretty classic Dorn rings, Dorn's blades. Maybe some missing health pots here from the junglers, but who needs health if you can kill those camps super quick?
Everybody and fairly. Where the invade? Where the chaos at? Man? Come on.
All right, that's for game two. That's what they were gonna hit us with. What lane are you most hoping to see action in?
I'm being really honest. I'm expecting us to see more action in top, but I feel like we're gonna see, in terms of solo killing, I think it's gonna be top. In terms of what we're gonna see more towards poking out, it's gonna be mid because Ari Oriana, of course, lane classic at time. Well, speaking of, never mind. Speaking of action, top lane putting it down up there, man. As you see, Westbound taking a lot of damage from that trade. Level one against the Olaf. Olaf fairly strong, being able to pick back up those axes, make the cooldown pretty short, and get more damage out, as opposed to Mordekaiser with his Q cooldown.
Yeah, Olaf pressing the advantage. There's no wet noodle fights here. If they are wet noodles, they got some giant knives on the end of them here, so doing lots of damage early. A little bit of a CS lead too. B or D Dubs. I am really messing up the name there a little bit. Taking back and forth here, but I'm liking the aggression early. Just saying, hey, Mordekaiser, I'm not gonna just stand here and let you poke me out. Like, getting aggressive early is always a great sign.
Hey man, I agree. And that's what I love to see. But speaking of damage too, when I was talking about that mid lane, look at what we got here, man. Grandma with a gun taken to about 10% HP by Saint going low himself. Both getting, like, even though Grandma with a gun getting that execute proc off. Saint on this Oriana just being oppressed, especially level 3 already too. So be able to get the shield too to be able to help with taking some of that damage in, but still also be able to dish out that pain himself.
Yeah, Orion is just a great tool. If you can grab some auto attacks in, weave those in, make sure you shield yourself during the trades. There's not anyone really early that can do a lot of damage. Even with the proc of Electrocute here for Ari, it's a little tough if you don't land the skill shots early on that you kind of put yourself behind. And Satan still has quite a bit of mana too. So it's not far to be seen maybe a solo kill here going mid very early, but Nocturne here is scooting up in a flash.
Oh, we got the flash coming out. Snake gonna be caught. Never mind. Never mind. He's not gonna be caught at all. He's gonna flash out. The almost taking low. Soren taking some tower shots. Almost down. One more shot would do it, but he's gonna make it to the bush. No vision on him, so they're not gonna be able to secure that kill. But Snake almost dying, having to blow both of his summoners, exhaust and flash. We got a lane gank possibly coming through from top. PP so small on this brand. Look at him getting down. Smooth criminal in there in that bush. But all jokes aside, though, that was fairly close. That could have went either way in this bot side.
Yeah, Nocturne just getting out by the skin of his teeth there. Brand going in, taking a little bit of damage here as well. Tower shot coming in, just backing off. PB a little bit more here. Gonna back and buy and reset. Both Scullers were taken from opposite ends too, so we don't see a lot of discrepancy from the CS, but Saint still chunking out here. Grandma with a gun. He's got to be careful here because one more big wombo combo from Oriana, especially if she does hit 6 here, could spell a solo kill.
Good spell of solo kill indeed. And the Trey on his Jinx doing a good job of playing safe, farming from afar. No need to walk up. You're only down like 3, nothing too crazy. To still be able to stay out of the kill range of that bot lane and being Tristan and Maokai, especially his flash already gone. No need to do anything. Speaking of the mid lane though, Oriana Saint on this Orion, just reset and go and buy some eyes. Gonna go with the off to go to tier route, so it's gonna be scaling a bit to that Archangels. Teleporting back though. Ari yet is gonna be backing herself now. Gonna be forced to teleport if Saint decides to hard shove this lane. That's what it's gonna be. Teleport is coming out.
Yeah, hard shoving the wave, gonna rotate towards Dragon Pit. You do have ultimate as well for the shockwave on that Oriana. Bot lane as well, getting a little bit of cryo, gonna have first look here. So a great little sapling being tossed into that bush, and Dragon already half gone. That's the Hectic, so that will not be our soul point, and we'll see what happens on the next one here after this is taken.
All right, we see the brand on the top side too. Going and starting those void grubs. Going to get the objective trade on the other side of the map. But Mordecai is going to just play and going to play back down already 19 CS from the aggression coming out from D-Dubs and his let's counterpick Olaf, man. It's gotta be rough. And Subby Chernobyl making his way upwards, so and along with Soren. So we're gonna see if PP gonna should be able to finish his last girl, but will he be making it out alive is a real question. Might have to blow the flash over the wall. Level 6 is for Oriana, so there it is, coming out. Shockwave does come through. Soren Earl get the first blood onto PP so small, but the fight can go either way. As now Olaf into the fray and a double kill for Olaf, and he's just finding low health bars and taking him down on the chase for Soren. Gonna miss the axe. Soren does still have flash, but will he be able to make it away? He probably will, as Milio knocked him away, but Grandma with a gun along with that spirit rush, and now Soren's gonna be forced to blow the flash over the wall. It's gonna be 2 for 1 over to the side. Advantage Colorado Keg Killers.
I think that was lucky here, taking the void grubs and kind of getting stuck within that little monument there, and then just could have flashed over the wall, could have just blew it, but said, hey, the team's gonna back me up here, so we got some priority. And Olaf 2-0 T-Mat in hand already. That's gonna be dangerous here. He's gonna back. He is sitting on about 1300 here, so it's gonna be doing a lot of damage early here, and probably gonna get a little bit more of a lead here on that Mordekaiser.
See, but the issue is though, is that I can understand the idea. Oh boy, D-Dub shut down. Oh no, you hate to see it, but now D-Dub's after getting that double kill and having a shutdown himself, gonna get killed by the Mordecai. Get him time to get have some love time with that turn, get himself a plate, but also catch back up and go, especially against Olaf. Already has a Tiamat and that Phage, man. Ooh, you gotta hate to see it if you're D-Dubs and you're a Colorado Keg Killers fan.
Yeah, you just got 2 kills right there. You're low on health. Why even stand in there? Just back by, get your lead and really command it. But now you kind of shove it more back towards Mordekaiser here, getting a little bit closer for that the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. So once he completes that, Olaf once you get caught in that wave of Mordekaiser, you have to stay in there, just because exiting will not be an option without at least losing a third of your health.
Definitely so, man. But now Mordekaiser, he spent some of that money, came back, but mostly completely with that Rylai's Crystal up the first item. Now we'll take a look at the map state. Oriana probably dying one. Oh, never mind. We got to engage from Chobi Chernobyl. I don't know where my mind is going with these words, but I just see Yori just taking a lot of punishment from this Jinx. Keep in mind, Melio can give Trey this extended range, but extended range is going to be more needed than that, because now Flash is coming out. Trey is going to pay for his sins as he forced the Flash and heal, but it's not going to be enough. Snake possibly going to get dived here. It's now Saint. We're going to see if he moves up. No, he doesn't have to move at all. They engage for the Mordekaiser. Sorry, not Mordekaiser. Malachi is going to finish the job, but unfortunately for Chubby Chernobyl, he's going to die, but the kill's going to go over to Snake. So, not too bad for the side of White Lotus Wisteria as they look to try to build up this gold lead. Being only about 400 up. Going to be more because of this tower plate. And they look to try to get this Feast of Strength.
Yeah, just kind of inching closer and closer to it here. Dragon in a little over a minute. That'll be Chemtech for the next one. So we're looking at, Cloud. Oh, what do we got? Why can't I think of the words here? What are the other ones? Inferno, and why am words escaping me here for the last one? Ocean Dragon. There we go. but it looks like it's going to be a fight for the Void Grubs once again. Support has roamed over. Ari's there. Olaf was backing, but not anymore. I think this could be a tipping point here for the game with this giant fight.
Righty, well, yep, Dragon coming in 28 seconds. We got Void Growers being taken by the side of White Lotus Wisteria. Keep in mind, Mordekaiser's HP is half. And here comes the side of Colorado. Granted, the numbers are not in their advantage. There's the engage coming out. Shockwave's going to find one. Flash being burned by PP so small. Here comes the Olaf. And now brand damage is so big. And now Mordekaiser gets burned down and sent to hell. And now Nocturne on the run. Should be able to get out of there. And last Void Girl being claimed by the side of Colorado Cat Killer.
Yeah, Olaf just fine time running in there.
Oh, sorry, we gotta keep going with the talking because now, look here, Grandma would have gone biting off a little bit more than he can chew on his Ari. Spirit rush into his death as he get locked down and taken down. Sent to the gray screen as Dragon is up, but they don't have a mid laner. So I see White Lotus going to move down there, but they're not moving as Nocturne and Maokai. Double Chernobyl, they both had to reset. And now, if you look at Saint too, he's resetting himself also.
Yeah. White Lotus starting the Void Grubs there, but just a little off on their synchronization and kind of keeping together. A little bit of split action and kind of folded quite heavily there when Olaf decided to collapse. So instead of taking the fight one way and also the Shockwave only hitting one instead of hitting multiple targets, not able to start off the fight, hurting them a little bit here. Nocturne now 2-0-2, looking for that first item to be complete here shortly. Nocturne also going on their Ari.
Yep, there it is. And Ari is going to be returned to sender again. Go back to the gray screen you go. Bank transaction is complete as money is now gone over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria as they keep continuing on slowly but surely building on this goal lead and now starting the Dragon.
Yeah, picking on Graham with a gun without the ult, knowing that they just used it here as soon as they got back. So great patience here by White Lotus, starting off that Dragon as well. Gonna grab it, and that is number 2 for them of the game. So we'll see what happens here and which is our soul point coming up next. And that'll be Cloud.
Oh. Unfortunate for Grandma with 2 deaths. One being overzealous, the other one just getting jumped on, being victim to the paranoia shockwave combo. Granted, Orianna and the Ari, they both have their first items done, but we got the top lane, we got action going on. Delphiron's being utilized, but Olaf is getting down and busy in it right now. Oh no, it goes either way, but Westbound walked off for a little bit just to try to get a second or two cooldown and finish the job as D-Dubs enters the gray screen. Goodbye, my boy. Another solo kill over to Westbound.
Yeah, it's only kind of gonna get worse from here as well. Olaf completing that first item, the Stride Breaker, but not gonna have enough PP so small here. Looking for Mordekaiser. Westbound has to get out of here quickly. Burning up. Very quick. Ult being used by him. Oh, no luck getting out there.
No look, definitely getting out of there, especially even with PP missing the Q. But speaking of PP, he's about to get kicked in his. Is now Sora Noel finds him and kill him with the paranoia.
He busted his entire load and then he shrunk back down very quickly there, off to the gray screen to recover. Nocturne now 3-0-3, also sporting out that Stride Breaker as well. Gonna have completed boots as well, and we start to see flowers kind of littering the entire map here now.
Up, is it flowers of power? Or is it flowers to pay respects? We're gonna find out.
R.I.P.
Stay tuned.
Right over the gravestone. Meanwhile, this bot lane has been pretty quiet. Most of the action here from the roaming support of the Maokai. I mean, yes, we've had Nocturne down there twice, but other than that, it looks like every other lane's been really kind of scooping up the action. And we see, Tristana just taking down this turret every chance that she gets, just throwing the bomb, trying to get a little bit of that tower phase down and getting themselves towards that warpath on the boots.
Yeah, but speaking of bot lane, I'm expecting Chubby to go and rotate up for Rift Herald. About to spawn momentarily. And you already see most of White Lotus's team, they're in that top half of the map. And I'm expecting Maokai to follow suit. Maybe not though, try to get this tower, but Snake and Trey, they're doing a good job of clearing this wave. I don't expect them to stay there too much longer. But on the side of Colorado Keg Killers, they might not be worried about this rift at all. As you see, most of the personnel is on that bottom half of the map. Only person being top half, of course, is the. Speaking of Olaf, man, that's why I was bringing the pain to him, forcing that Ragnarok out so he didn't get brought into underneath it tower range. That's gonna be a big cooldown, especially if they opt to fight for this Rift Herald. So I guess I got caught by a bug because I saw the low. Oh, there it is. There we go. Got me out here looking silly. But speaking of the people and where the personnel of the bottom side for Colorado Keg Killer, the gang, the flash comes out, and now the stun onto Tristana, but the Nocturne is going to be there, but it's too late. Tristana's already going to die, but the fear is down. PP trying to run for his life, trying to make it out, and Flash comes out for Sornwell, going to find the kill to take back, and there is Saints. Numbers turn aggressively against the side of Colorado Keg Killers as 2 kills for 1 over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria.
Yeah, looks good for him right away. Jinx, possibly getting the reset, getting excited off of that, Brand grabbing the kill, and then all of a sudden everyone rotates down and they turn the tables very quickly. Now, if you're Jinx right now, you just want to keep farming, keep farming. You still have a little bit of a lead. Even if they take the tower, you're still in a prime position here for the late game entrance here. But Saint rotating down, multiple times and still having the CS lead. Very impressive and great control on that Orion.
Great control indeed. Well, this game is getting interesting. The more and more it goes, the Sandy engages coming out, especially it feels like every time you think Colorado is about to take something, like it's a good fight, it flips on its head. Like I feel like the only time it really didn't was earlier when they caught White Lotus Wisteria slipping at Void Growth. But outside of that, it's not really White Lotus's game. I mean, the goalie is the goal is pretty close. I mean, White Lotus is up by 1.1k, almost 1.1k.
Yeah, and early on, that it depends on who's wearing it. It can be a big advantage. Right now, Nocturne and Oriana kind of wearing that is a crucial part of your team. But we talked about this in draft of the all-around state of White Lotus. Colorado Cakers trying to press the advantage, trying to get this dragon Nocturne towards topside, so they are just fine giving up. This is their first anyway, so there's no threat of soul point anytime soon. But I'm guessing they're going to grab this Rift Herald and try to either shove it top or mid, and kind of press that advantage here as Mordekaiser comes down to help them.
See, normally I'll be like, it's cool and all. Nine from Olaf, great from the side of White Lotus, but thing is, they have to deal with a Mordekaiser, which they could potentially use to try to crack open the top. May utilize in mid, I would think they are, but still, the threat of having a Mordekaiser that could already solo kill your Olaf as it is, and potentially his teammates coming to drop Rift Herald down for you, that sounds terrifying. Because that should be a free 2 towers. I'll be honest with you, unless the side of Colorado Keg Killers dedicate personnel to be able to stop them. So I wonder what is White Lotus going to decide to do. This Rift Herald is going to be real interesting to me.
Yeah, if you use it smartly here, a tower 2 is definitely not out of question, especially on how low topside is, and maybe they're waiting for it to officially crack before they go in. Brand, though, roaming up here for Mordekaiser westbound, has to be careful, and Graham with a gun is going to be able to follow up, but I'm guessing he's going to Death Realm, sentence one of these people.
Maybe we're gonna see. He's already about half HP. There's the Death Realm coming out. You're gonna miss the Q. Did expend the flash. Brand, this is probably not the man you want in the Death Realm with you, because he can burn you down. And burn him down he did, as PP so small finishes the kill. And there it is, the Rift Herald being utilized right after taking that mid-tier 1 tower. Gonna be possibly looking for a tier 2. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the Tristana there to be able to burn it out quickly, but gonna get a significant amount of damage on it.
Yeah, if you crack that tier 2 as well here shortly, that really opens up the map. And mid is such a crucial tower to take down. It just opens up their jungle, opens up lane pressure around that area, especially for objectives. So they have to be careful now in these tight corridors, especially with dragon fights. And, Chubby Chernobyl on that Maokai, if you end up really gathering together in those tight corridors, he's going to make you pay. So Trey taking down tower, getting excited reset on the Jinx, trying to run away here just in case Maokai decides to run something, but he's pinched right now between Bran does end up walking out there. I think he was just worried there was going to be more people in that bush. Otherwise, I think he could have stood his ground there.
Probably so. Up. We are 2 minutes and 23 seconds till Drake, and then Baron's gonna be up in another 4 minutes. So no major objectives, and at least monster wide, gonna be available. But a lot of towers will still be taken. Now, granted, now we have Mordekaiser answering the Olaf on the bottom side, Tristana being moved up to the mid for the side of White Lotus. The same thing for Colorado Cat Killers, of course. Jinx and Amelia already being in that mid lane. Ari is being moved to the top, and there's Orianna also following suit, moving up the river now. And Autocon is on that top side. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I see a lot of teams kind of bait themselves into it here. You only want to take Otacon if you do a clean team fight. You know there's only one or two maybe team members left just in case, because once that thing shreds you, you are very vulnerable, especially if a Brandel starts smacking everyone around with that. You can kiss it goodbye. I did want to mention the Mordekaiser fight that was topside with the RE Charm and the Brand stuns. The amount of chain CC and togetherness they had to play to really put down Westbound, kind of puts them in check. But bot side here, alt being used the Ragnarok.
Yeah, but now the fight is continuing. Westbound trying to get some cooldowns going on, but D-Dubs is gonna find the kill as he's not gonna allow him any time to run. No space between him and you. Just an axe to the face, to the throat. Make sure he's gone.
Yeah, with how powerful Mordekaiser was, now a little bit of a fallen angel type sentence here. Taking the tower, D-Dubs gonna back off there. So little good skirmish there and really rewarded with the kill. So Dragon coming up less than a minute, 40 seconds out. They really want to establish vision here. We see Snake just trying to put down vision, cleared a little bit. Chernobyl doing the same thing here. They end up meeting each other, but the rest of the team is on its way. Ari not there. Does have TP though, ready for the fight. They might be looking for Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser ult in here.
And there it is. Here comes the paranoia. And also Shockwave is still not utilized yet. Keep that in mind. Oriana's making her way there. Will they continue to fight? They're chasing Chubby Chernobyl right now. Oriana not going to opt to come there at all. Oh, never mind. Shit the blast calm, but too late. Oh, boy. But Jinx is now in a precarious position, but so is Tristana having to blow the barrier, but it's not going to be enough, and she's going to die. Colorado Cat Killers finding themselves 3 kills and only losing 1.
Yeah, that is a great way to get yourself back in the game here. Shut down the Nocturne, get rid of Tristana. Ari does have to rush out of there with the Mordekaiser, but you're getting another Dragon for your team here. That's number 2. Now they're all tied up, and that, Cloud Dragon, that quicken movement speed can really, enable your team to really zoom around the map and help. And I'm looking more at the White Lotus side. They would have loved to pick up, these Cloud Dragons, especially for, the Nocturne and the Mordekaiser, really kind of running at your style here. But now it's going to be flipped towards the other side where Colorado K Killers going to be able to zoom around and kite around a little bit more even.
So they will be able to. And now looking more into this game, like, remember you said get back into the game? Well, prior to that fight, the goalie was still close, but now with that, after that fight, Colorado Cat Killers are about 1,500 gold. About 2,500 gold.
Yeah.
I almost couldn't do math for a split second there. I had to stop.
It's a Monday. It's a Monday. You don't need to do math. Math is not for Mondays, all right?
You're right. It is the start of the week. But one thing we know is another star for a thing of fear for this Jinx is now Trey's going to get hunted down by the paranoia from this Nocturne to follow up from Yuri. And another kill over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria. This game is already kind of being pretty bloody. I mean, 23 kills in almost 25 minutes. We almost have a kill per minute, almost.
Yeah, we're just about there, but I'm guessing it's not going to be the end of it so far, especially with this Nocturne on the field. You have to be able to buddy up with someone to make sure you're always grouped together. We saw just a little bit of split here between Milio and Jinx, and they definitely punished him for it here. Trey trying to get away, blowing every sum, but not being able to get away. And Baron getting started now on the back end of that. And I don't think they have any knowledge of this.
No, they don't. If you like looking at division control, man, Colorado K-Kill is the closest thing guys on Autocon to Bush. Now they actually be able to see that they're doing that Baron. As we see the Maokai Ultimate does come out, Nature's Grass, but not gonna be catching anybody. But oh no, Shockwave caught on the PP so small, but Grandma with a gun found Tristan on the backside. Health bars are low. Super Mega Death Rocket finds the Nocturne, and they are just cleaning everybody up. As PP so small, he survived the Death Realm, and instead Mordecai is gonna die for a triple kill over to Grandma with a gun. And now Ace over to the side of Colorado Kid Killers. And they're going to be looking to go do this Baron. And alongside of that, Grandma with a gun, take a tower in the top side with. Keep in mind, D-Dubs was not at that fight. So just knocking on the door of the base of the side of White Lotus Wisteria.
I think starting the Baron that quickly with not a lot here on your Tristana yet. She does not have free item power spike. You don't have Mordekaiser right there to burn with the, percent damage. And Oriana's, starting off with the Seraph's Embrace does not have a lot of damage either. They were whacking on that thing for at least, a good 30 seconds, but barely had it at that half point. And then you start running towards the Ari that is going to be, rushing away as quickly as you can. The Death Realm was great, and then a failed flash over that wall, that Baron pit between Blue and Baron just kind of really took him out of the fight. And it was just a domino effect, one after another after another. And they really, really opened up the door here as we almost get 10K gold lead now for Colorado K Killers. And they put themselves in a great spot of that driver's seat here to kind of, inch towards the victory. Bot side really taking down a lot of towers. They can start marching down these waves. And, the way that White Lotus has been playing so far has been a little sloppy and questionable decisions here towards the back half of it.
I think, if I'm being honest with you, inching is an understatement. I mean, you already said the goal lead that I generated. Now we're going to see what this Baron, what the side of Colorado K Kill is going to be doing with this Baron is now. Dragon is up in a minute, but I thought they're going to be eyeballing. I mean, just why not push at this point?
Give it.
I don't necessarily give it, but just put the pressure on the map.
Just turtle it. You don't need to do anything crazy because if you end up losing this fight, you end up losing more than just a dragon. You'd be losing basically 2 towers and an inhibitor for, possibly even more if you end up getting caught. So why even sniff towards the dragon? It's not your soul point. They're going to waste time with the Baron on the dragon. Just take it nice and easy.
I don't know if it's taking nice and easy if you're the side of White Lotus area. We already got Ari pushing the top side. Olaf kind of just running around the team trying to pick people off. Now, granted, White Lotus is not backing down. They're trying to get that vision control, but in a corridor is not where you want to be when PP so small and that brand is nearby. But Chubby should open a sword. Gonna be able to make it out. I guess they just opt to do the dragon instead of just pressuring the map. I don't understand that decision, but I am also not their coach. But Grandma with a gun does have Spirit Rush, does also have Flash. We're going to be converged on it. Keep in mind, Nocturne does have ultimate. Every ultimate is available for the side of White Lotus Wisteria. There's the Flash. Spirit Rush 1 being utilized, but there's Chubby. Going to be able to catch him. And so there is Olaf on the westbound. And now they're going to be catching the Mordekaiser. Oh, no. Death Realm. Gonna bring in the brand, but it doesn't matter. Brand's gonna finish him off, and so the rest of the White Lotus Wisteria gonna be doing also to Grandma with a gun this top side. But unlike Colorado Cat Killers, White Lotus Wisteria doesn't have a Baron, and they also have a open inhibitor in bot lane. Now make it mid, and it's about halfway down. As Olaf also working on that bottom one too, so make it super means in 2 different lanes. There's an engage coming out. Paranoia does come out. Does Shockwave is not there to follow it up. Nature's Grass gonna be able to hit. And the engage a little too early is gonna make sure that 2 members of White Lotus Wisteria are gonna die. Shockwave did find 2, but they only made D-Buzz hit a lot harder with that low HP bar. And now I expect the side of Chubby almost died. Shield's gonna be able to save life. As Colorado Cat Kill is gonna be looking to end the game rather than go back and do Dragon. Oh, there we go. They called it off.
Yeah, biting off a little more than they can chew here towards the top side. That Ari really allowing her to use the Spirit Rushes and waste a bunch of time there. You have to press that go button. You got to do it super early to get her locked down and pinned. But, a good 20-second chase was enough for the Dragon tower and 2 inhibitors, and now you're really having to play hard defense here and really start to push out your lanes. But Baron coming up in less than 2 minutes. I mean, you got to make a play before then to really catch them off. Otherwise, this game is all but over.
All but over. It's true, man. But I gotta say though, I'm enjoying this game, and I hope the guys watching at home, you're enjoying it too. Like, this game has been pretty bloody, a lot of action going around left and right, to the point where once in a while I haven't had to have just a random conversation just to keep things going. But Autocon being started by Colorado Cat Killers, while the side of White Lotus, they're gonna be looking to try to fight this Arias. We got Tristana almost killing Grandma with a gun. Gonna be forced to use a Spirit Rush to get out of there, but Autocon being taken by the side of Colorado Cat Killers with nothing in response from White Lotus.
Yeah, once again, trying to go on the Ari, and just good luck. She has Zanya, she has the ult, very mobile, especially with 3 Cloud Drags on her back. Just being able to run away, you bring the pain, you bring the lockdown, you bring it correctly, or you don't bring it at all. I think the Otacon play could have been a turning point here if they all would have committed, but instead they just go straight to the Ari. But I mean, they're doing a good job of pulling out a lot of these areas, for bot and mid lane. But Tristana jumping in.
And Tristana going get knocked down as Nature Guy's gonna find 2. And now Colorado Kayak Killers a fight for life. Debo's trying to get the kill. Olaf, the lower his health bar goes, the more he does, and the more he can get done, as he almost takes 3. Toby Chernobyl running for his life, as keep in mind, PP is still available. I hate calling him that, but it is what it is. The Jinx now comes into play and finds a kill of her own, cleaning up from that fight.
PP taking that blue chew, not so small anymore. Shockwave hitting 2, but Ari on the backside here looking for Saint, and Saint is not long for this world. That is an ace going on. Graham with a gun, PP so small, running in for the towers. This should be game 1 here in the bag. 32 minutes in, and what a pendulum swing we saw in the mid game.
We was a little worried for Colorado K, especially coming out of draft, but it seems like they say, you know what, we got this, and they take game 1 of this series. And now, guys, they proved me wrong, I guess, and I had no faith in the draft, but you never know in IBSG. Here we are.
Right?
All right, guys, but while me and just talk our spiel about the game, we want to know what you guys think. Let us know in the chat. Tell us what you guys think about the game. What's on your mind? I know there's a lot of White Lotus supporters in the chat at the moment for their squad. Very few Colorado Kid Killers. I feel they gotta build up their fans. Got work to do. But Tano, game was crazy. What you got for me? What do you think?
That was a heavy throw. I think that was White Lotus throwing more than Colorado Killers winning. I'll be honest, because there was a lot of questionable calls here that White Lotus put themselves in, all in situations that really kind of spelled disaster for them here, starting with the Baron call and just kind of downplayed from there. They didn't take any more dragons, starting up 2-0. You split Void Grubs, like you had everything kind of going for you, and then these really bad macro plays just ended up, really kind of put you in the hole. So let's see if they can clean it up here in game 2. You came out with a great draft, but the execution of it was just a little questionable.
Definitely was. But guys, while we digest what we just saw, guys also do the same. We're gonna throw it over to the intermission. When we get back, we're gonna be heading into the draft for game 2 of White Lotus Wisteria versus Colorado Cat Killers for your Merc Academy IBSG League matchup tonight. Guys, in the All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are now in the draft for game two of Colorado Cat Killers versus White Lotus Wisteria. It's a little side swap here, guys. As now, with that loss, White Lotus, they opted to take Red Top for this game too.
Yeah, after kind of a pendulum swing here in game one, Color Arcade Killers just kind of running away with it here towards the end, and White Lotus taking off that brand that was so dominant here towards that mid to late game portion of it here. Elise and Darius, two familiar bands, being taken out by White Lotus. Meanwhile, on the other side here, Nocturne being the new one, and Caitlyn and Lulu, two returning bands as well for Color Arcade Killers.
Their bands are returning to the field, but Darius been out. He was not in our first rotation.
He was, yep.
Let me not say any lies.
Chat will call you out for it.
Definitely would they?
Yeah, we'll find it. Let's see how many mistakes we can make before they can call us out. Jinx being picked up here by Colorado K Killers once again, having a pretty solid game here in game one. Didn't really do too much in lane, but as Jinx, you don't really need to shine too bright. It's towards those team fights in late game is where you're gonna be doing your best. So a great pickup here, but White Lotus offering here Seraphine as the support early pick, especially with that encore. Great AoE, kind of a saving grace, a better Sona, as it were, here for that pick. We'll see what they end up pairing that with, if they're going to pick out the 80 carry or if they have another prio pick to take away from Colorado K Killers. Ooh, the Vi. I like it.
Do do, but like I said, Jinx and
Yeah.
I like Vibe. I don't like her.
I'm a big Vi person. Like that point click, you make it stupid easy to just pick a target and womp on them. Basically, your clear speed is not bad at all, and you can really solo objectives too if needed here. And if you get on the receiving end of getting fed, an early Triforce, you pair that with another offensive bruiser item, and it's very tough because you are very tanky with a passive on that shield, as well as, if you grab an Eclipse too, you're looking at a great 400, 500 shield that people have to burn through on top of her just procking the insane Triforce stunts on that. But Emilio and a Wukong pickup here for Colorado K Killers. I'm liking the Wombo combo already from that side.
I am too. As now, guys, this is interesting. They let Colorado K Kills run same bot lane. But now we got the Wukong to answer back at a brand, so we can get a little more aggressive on the map compared to before we had to wait for the brand to power form items. Interesting, but Leah being picked up, massive counter over against that Wukong. Not gonna be able to eat that zone control coming out from Talia, laying those rocks down. It's gonna be a rough engage and path unless he's able to dodge all the vision.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Talia too to kind of really utilize the passive of the wall and that alt. Try to make plays here towards either top or bot side and really just get their lanes ahead and you be a utility for a block off there. So a great Talia can just revolutionize your game here. Meanwhile, we were looking at the bans, Olaf taking off, as well as Victor. Victor being the returning ban, but Olaf, that new face, they don't want to see that again. Just using the Ragnarok, running at the team, really getting ahead and being a side lane, nuisance throughout the entirety. Now, we still do have the Mordekaiser left up here, so that could be something that is played. Um, Colorado K Killers taking out the Mundo and the Casante, once again, familiar bands from that side.
Sir, and no, honestly, unless they didn't have an answer to the Olaf, they really didn't need to ban it, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
They do have the side that can counterpick unless they prioritize. No, they just could have counterpicked it outright. There's a failure is going to be picked up here in this R4.
I'm not a big fan of Aphelios, I'll be honest. I know there's some people that play that champion to a T and it looks masterful, but I'm just personally not a fan of that pick. I hope they prove me wrong though.
Hey, man. So far, everybody who said that, including myself, has had to eat their words.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Is now we got a wave coming out for the side of Colorado Cat Killer. Grandma with a gun gonna be piloting him to show how it's done in the mid lane against this Talia. I'm gonna be fairly sure not gonna really be able to do much against the way. I'm expecting just farm fest. But Mordekaiser again coming out in this game, but it's up gonna be on the side of Colorado Cat Killers.
Yeah, not having the Olaf as the counter too, so now you have to be a little crafty in what you pick. Ornn possibly looking to be the answer for that. It'll be interesting to see, if Mordekaiser using the Death Realm during the middle of the Orin Horn, Call of the Forge, if that is a play we're going to see, and it is locked in here. So White Lotus, running with an interesting team comp. I really do like portions of that comp, and if they can really get you picked out, they can really lock you down here. As well as a great, counter engage with the Seraphine and disengaging away from everyone. But on the side of Colorado K Killers, I can just see this snowballing once again towards their favor, especially with how much momentum they had coming outside of game two or out of game one into game two.
Speaking of the composition of both teams, man, I specifically have a problem with White Lotus. So like your damage is mainly depending so heavily on the. I mean,
Yes.
Vi can do damage. Y'all know that. Leah can do damage early. But in terms of that mid to late game time frame, you're gonna be mostly dependent on Aphelios, or else your game just really just falls flat unless everybody gets fed. Whereas on Colorado, man, you got the way, you got Mordecai. Like everybody can smack aside from Miller, of course, can really just smack you in the face, especially even though Wukong, we might say, oh, he doesn't do as much damage as the other, but quite literally,
He do
most people
tons of
forget.
damage.
Yeah, I say most people forget that Q with that armor shred makes him hurt. I'm quite curious how White Lotus Wisteria, how they're gonna pilot this. Have to get ahead. I say have to get it ahead, but I mean, in all honesty, attack it. Like make use of this violence to, because it kind of make
Yeah,
no sense to really go top for the horn.
yeah, it's just got to be something where the early game has to be a prio with the objectives and really being smart about these fights. If they can really wombo combo the shove, the knockback on Vi, and make sure that Seraphine's doing a good job of roaming around, keeping the team healthy. Make sure topside roams down as well too. Especially for the late game, upgrades on the Ornn will pay dividends, but it's getting there. But as you just mentioned, Colorado K Killers just has such a unique team where any one of these four can get fed, and it really just puts a giant strain on the White Lotus here. So, and it'll be interesting to see if the Mordekaiser Ornn matchup to see if Ornn can really play into that correctly. If Mordekaiser is gonna get fed early and kind of run away with it.
Definitely, and Westbound and Z-Dubs in that top lane matchup, they went back and forth in that game one. So I expected to keep going, even though the Ornn is picked up for Westbound this game. I expected the trading to still continue. Be a little bit of a chaotic top side, but that's enough for us. As we want to hear from you guys, and not only we want to hear from you guys, gonna be doing an intermission. Going to type in chat who you think's gonna win, how you feel about it, guys, these drafts. But while you're doing that, make sure right after you go take a bathroom break, grab your drink, grab your snack, hug your significant other, tell them good night, because be 8:20. I don't know if you're on the East Coast, it might be 9:20. But I digress, because we're going to go to a brief intermission. But when we get back, we're going to see if Colorado Cat Killers can close out this series 2-0, or we're going to go to a game 3 off the back of a White Lotus Wisteria win. But we can find out. I'm back from intermission. We hit the riff. See you guys soon.
Send help. They're all dead.
Guys, welcome back. We're now hitting the riff for game 2 of Colorado Keg Killers versus White Lotus Wisteria for your IBSG rescheduled week 3 matchup. Almost said week 5. I had to correct myself. But rescheduled week 3 matchup. And it's been pretty good so far. I hope you guys enjoying it just like I am. What about you, Gitano?
Yeah, it's been a great game back and forth. Not a lack of action as well. We saw plenty of kills, plenty of action. It may have taken them a little bit to get going, but as soon as those objectives hit the board, they were just ready to just fight for it to, the death basically after kind of handshaking the first ones back and forth.
I expect this one to be a fight to the death to a. I'm not expecting. I'm hoping. Man can hope.
I mean, I don't imagine anyone's going to escape this game without a death. It's just been one of those games where they are just going all out. They're not holding anything back, and they are just ready to see, see how much damage they can really do.
They're swinging for the cause, is what I like to call it.
You're not wrong there. They want to put on a good show, and they're doing that exactly.
Just they had a little gentleman's agreement. Hey yo, you guys gonna be on stream today? Now, chaos and hell just being raised everywhere.
I mean, if you put on the main stage, you gotta shine, right? That's the reason why they're here.
You got no choice, so you just build a fan base. I mean, White Lotus already got one, but Colorado Keg Killers still trying to make their names known to the people, especially with 22 teams. Kind of easy to get lost in the mix, at least for the fans.
Yeah, you're kind of getting lost in the sauce until you really kind of bring something crazy. But a level 2 here for D-dubs and really taking advantage of that here for the Orange.
That's about we're just getting the damage down. But on this bottom side, level 2 advantage over to the bot lane of White Lotus. But trading back. Snake taking a good bit of damage, and now the gun switch is nice. See Red Gun just with the Q, just ripping through Trey's health bar as much as possible. And now both Jinx and Emilio about a quarter HP left, but both got pots. Pop some potions and call it a day. And there is the damage being done on Grandma with a gun. Combo comes out from the trading is happening everywhere. We're just seeing the Rumble. And all I gotta say is Rumble, young man, Rumble, get it. Give me something to talk about. I like it.
Yeah, they are doing just that. Just every time they see an opening, even just a smidge of a one, they are taking full advantage of it and just swapping back and forth. Heal having to be used here early by the Jinx and not using the barrier. A little interesting here, as we know, barrier is kind of what most AD carries take. Why do you think?
Oh no! I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Grandma would have got almost take it down in mid.
Oh.
Mid conversation. I know the feeling, brother. I know
You're
the
totally
feeling.
fine. That's what you're doing here. So yeah, Grab with a gun just almost getting taken out early. You talked about this early game, Talia, needing that advantage, and I think doing a great job of that, starting it off early and really pressing that go button. So we'll see if any counter ganks end up happening. But both these junglers pathing kind of towards mid side.
I understand the feeling of action wanting to take place while you're mid talking about something. I understand that feeling, man.
Don't even allow me to talk. Just be like, hey, Kitano, I love you, but shut the what up. Like,
no,
I got it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just talking in general. Like, people want to do stuff when you get your thought out. You got to remember it. And speaking of getting a thought out, here comes the gang. Vi comes in. Q does land. Ball breaker hits and now gets the kill off the E. First blood over to White Lotus Wisteria.
Yeah, if you're White Lotus, this is what you wanted early. A quick, good gank here on the Vi. Level 1 doing tons of damage here. Going to be picking up hopefully something super aggressive. Graham with a gun chasing, but not a good option here if you're going against the two, Talia. And yeah, Saint just doing tons of work here in the mid lane. Graham with a gun already
Saint
have
with
health.
The combo. Flash had to be expended. Is now 2v2 going on. Soren Well joins the fray. But unfortunately for Grandma with a gun, there's a minion way between him and the Vi, so his damage not going to be able to get down on her at all. Now, as you was talking, man, so much happened. Like, if you take a look bot lane, the only thing they have for Colorado Keg Killer side is literally exhaust. Whereas on the opposition, the only thing that's down is Chubby Chernopol's heal. You got the flash and teleport already being utilized, so it's going to be hard for Grandma with a gun in the back after taking that horrible trade.
I think you almost have to bite the bullet here. Sacrifice a wave. You're going to sacrifice a little XP, but the alternative is you're giving a kill and more time over here to the Talia, and it's just going to be tough here. And they are rotating here for Saint.
Oh,
PP's so
another
small
gank.
coming in.
Another gank, but keep in mind, Wukong has no level 6, so not really much going to be able to get done. So Saint is walking back and pelting down this Wukong with more rocks.
Yeah, you just can't chase her. And being 2 levels down, too, we saw the amount of damage being taken up and might not be done here. Saint shoving Wu back.
Oh, the flash into the wall and not over to be able to finish off PP so small. Well, I guess he's living up to his name because he's getting torn up by these rocks at the moment.
Unfortunately, Saint cosplaying there and short dicking it, as they love to say. Right at the end there. I mean, that could have been a kill. Paris here just stepping up. Yuri doing a really good job with a lot of damage. And I am happily eating my worst. Ophelia is doing a great job picking up a call as well here on the way back. That's far ahead you are, and that much, feeling good about yourself in that early game to grab a call. Second item, you already, are 50 CS in, and you're still just doing tons of damage.
I think just taking the, I was about to say bringing, I was going to say bona fide liar, but just taking all this damage to the face.
I mean, that's why people have faces, right? To take the damage. Like,
I don't know, bro. I don't know if you want this kind of damage they throwing out, because Snake, bro, already half HP, gonna be rooted down, but Aphelios gonna miss the Q onto the Aphelio minion block, unfortunately. You gotta love it.
minions really the MVP of taking all the damage and skill shots most of the times here. Mordekaiser just, D-Dub's pushing in consistently here. He's got to be warding here shortly if he can. I know the feeling of getting pressed and pressed and pressed, and it is very aggravating going, hey, someone come up here and relieve a little bit of pressure, but you're also weak side if you are the Ornn. You just got to take the farm where you can and just be happy that you're not dying.
Painful part.
Yeah.
Taking the beat down. In this case, having a humongous mace being thrown on top of your face. Not a great time. I can tell you that.
It does not sound good whatsoever. There's
speaking
no
of-
time in life where you're like, oh, I wish I had a giant mace swinging down on my face.
Oh, it's meant to be when it rhymes too.
Yeah.
Tell people all the time. If it rhymes, it's probably meant to be. But Wukong on this bottom side, let me look for a gank onto Yuri and Chubby Chernobyl, as they do have a ward, but it's not in the place of the DB. There's the flash and ultimate. The Cyclone gonna catch 2. Flash being blown for both Yuri and Chubby Chernobyl. Yuri's almost down. Barrier being forced to be utilized, and Jinx finds the kill. But here comes by ultimate being expended, and now DP trying to find a kill on the Chubby Chernobyl. Chubby Chernobyl gonna be utilizing that flash, and now here comes Talia, and more bodies gonna be hitting the floor as Jinx gonna find the snipe onto Chubby Chernobyl. Wow, but shut down over to Talia along with another kill as 2 for 2 in this bot lane fight.
Yeah, good trade back and forth there. And Talia really coming in at the end there. Great use of the wall. People having to blow flashes and a lot of summoners in that fight. And now it's kind of the reverse here as we see, Yuri and Chernobyl, no summoners available for them at the end of that as well here. So maybe, Trey and Snake Bob can really take advantage of that, or if they can get another gank. Wukong, though, PP so small, flashing over, grabbing the ult, a great wombo combo, but just not enough damage, unfortunately, to really capitalize on that until the counter engage came in, and Soren doing a great job with the Vi, 2-0 and 1 already on that.
Man.
Ooh.
Encore goes wide. Unfortunate for the side of Lotus Wisteria. They could have got a kill there, but I just want to point out, bro, like, we talking about like the wrong. Well, never mind. As I was getting my thought out, but here comes Soren, and goodbye D-Dubs. Eviscerated. Didn't even get a chance for the Call of the Forge God to even touch him on the first rotation of it coming in. He's so small,
yeah,
just waiting for the strike. And now no mana with Westbound. He does have flash, so he could possibly get out. W being utilized. Will he be able to actually survive though? I would think probably he may. Oh, yep, flash. Got a little too close there, so you're gonna flash out. But here comes Soren again. Gonna miss the vault breaker. Teleport coming in from the Mordekaiser, but Saint is there to help secure this kill on the Wukong. And now look at D-Dubs. Finds himself in a precarious position, 2-on-1. Delph is available. Gonna Death Ram the Vi though. Don't know why you want to do that. The 4-0 and 4-0 Vi with half Nighter, but let me stop talking. Apparently he just swacked him. It's not just him and Talia, but teleport coming in from the Ornn should be able to save the day, and there it is. D-Dub's gonna fall, but we got a little action down the bot lane. So Mega Death are gonna go wide, but the W is also gonna hit a minion, so Chubby Shinobu is gonna be able to live. Snake is trying to finish off the kill, but he's just eating so much damage from Yori, and Yori is gonna kill him for tunnel vision. What is this game?
So much action going to everywhere towards the top side. I do like the Mordekaiser ulting the Vi. Yes, she has a great KDA, but she has not backed in quite a while. So a great call on that, knowing that a lot was used on her, and really the 1v1 you can really burn down her shield in that. But a great counter here. A lot of TPs being used, a lot of action as well. Dragon being taken down somewhere in the midst of it. I have lost it over the amount of action going everywhere here, and White Lotus now going for Void Grubs as well, trying to take those down very quickly. Looks like 2 of them should be given up. I don't think they're going to fight for a third one from Colorado, as no movement has been seen towards that top side. Dragon now coming up in less than 30 seconds. Wukong grabbing the ult here on Chernobyl, trying to get out. Gonna hit the blast plan. Does get followed here by the Wukong. Encore, but wrong way. You turned on a one-way street. Wrong timing there. So they are gonna happily walk away. And right now, Colorado K Killers having the inside track for this Dragon.
Yes, I do. It's coming up in another 4 seconds. Now they already have the river control, and Grandma gonna just throw some damage down onto Soren on his Vi. Scare him away a little bit. Is now Talia gonna be recalling, but does not have teleports, so not gonna be able to really respond. But the pings are coming out. Vi is walking down. Will Soren try to go for the steal? Nope, he's gonna opt to not to. He's already about half HP from all that poke. And Drake, Infernal Drake, over to the side of Colorado Kid Killers.
Yeah, with the Seraphine being so low and not having the Encore, Saint having to back as well, is just one of those that you have to leave well enough alone, give it up for them, and then maybe fight for the next one here. Dragons 1-1 split right down the middle, and Ornn here just trying to hold his own here against Mordekaiser.
Doing a good job too. Mordekaiser about half HP. Ornn, keep in mind, does have that Kanan Rukna already completed. And he also does, as I was talking, there it is, cease and desist, and there goes Talia to come in to try to get trained, and getting knocked around, and Yori is going to be the one to finish the kill, as we saw 3 ultimates get expended there on this bot lane gank.
Yeah, I'm really liking the Talia pick here, just utilizing that ult amazingly, going bottom twice here already, maybe even 3 times if I'm losing count, but at least 2 major ones that I've seen that have resulted in a great play there. And Aphelios picking up that kill, getting closer to the call, 2-1-1, probably going to complete the item too once they end up backing. Meanwhile, towards the top side, D-Dubs have to be careful. Westbound going in.
Yeah, it's going to be a shield coming out fairly soon, but here comes Call the Forest guy. He's already in the death run too, so he's going to be able to get it down. Will D-Dubs be able to get the W? He won't, and that's a solo kill over to Westbound on this Ornn.
Strut, big man. Freaking strut it out right there. Just taking out this Mordekaiser, whomping down this tower. And, I mean, that tower is not going to be long for this world. Much more here. That Crane of Rook really paying off for him. That Cinder as well, bombing Cinder, coming in clutch for just a little bit of consistent damage. And he might actually take this tower here. Wukong, I don't think is going to be able to stop him.
Teleport is coming out, but tower is going to be destroyed in the process. So here comes the gang. BP trying to kill Westbound. Cyclone number 2 is going to come out, and Westbound is going to be shut down. Kill over to PP so small on this Wukong.
Having to burn his flash here doesn't get Mordekaiser the assist, but still grabbing that shutdown on the Ornn is huge. Chubby here towards the top side, answering the Mordekaiser. Interesting call here.
I
Gonna
was already
soak
roaming up
up some
because of the Rift Terror
soloists.
coming up. So
True.
you see now, as we see also, Jinx Milio in the mid lane. And Philio's also being answered those waves. I'm suspecting it's gonna be a nice size fight for this Rift Terror. Here comes cease and desist again as Snake is running for his life. Did have flash, did have exhaust, but opted to use neither one and is gonna die again. White Lotus Wisteria is in and came into this game ready and about that action, standing 10 toes down. They said game one is not happening again. Let me show you how we played. And good grief, they're for damn sure is doing that.
Yeah, with the guns, when you see white and red, you are dead. There's the rhyme scheme for you here as well. That is a dangerous combination. Whenever you see that up, you just want to back up and let those guns run out before you go back in. Westbound, though, not done here with the Mordekaiser. Just good trades back and forth and getting the better end of things.
Speaking of trades, Grandma would have gone insane trading this bottom side. Abilities being missed by both sides, but Grandma would have gone and taken the better side, better half of that trade. As we see Wild Lotus Wisteria halfway done killing that Rift Herald. I'm expecting the mid lane to just mow down a couple of towers. Especially how big this Aphelios is. And big he is, and he also, oh boy, Delph Ram in the top side. As much as I wanted to talk about things, we gotta fight. And now D-Dubs was about half HP, but Westbound, he was looking to almost go down, but D-Dub's gonna get taken down by this and for the assisting Vi, and Westbound's gonna be on a claim to kill, but Saint's gonna die to this way ultimate in the bot side. Kills everywhere, man. Action left and right. This game is not letting up.
Yeah, Wukong being really aggressive here, just with these ganks, not afraid of any tower, and is really kind of pressing the issue 1, 2, and 4. I don't think that stat line speaks enough to how well he is doing in this game and how much pressure he has provided for his team. 113 for the farm, so a little bit up on his counterpart of the Vi, but Soren still doing a really good job. 4, 1, and 5 has been really proactive on the map, and that, does factor in here for a little bit of the minion lead, but also helping the lanes very well. Drag popping up here, Chemtech for the soul point here, so a lot of shields. So I'm thinking the Seraphine and Vi would love to see that on that side of them.
I want to point out both mid lane is about an item and a half. Oh, never mind. I was talking. Cease and desist gonna get on the trade, and here comes Encore, but not gonna reach its target. But Jinx gonna get rooted. And there is the flash from Westbound to finish the job. People just eating tower shots left and right for the cause. Orange still stuck a little bit, but he's gonna make his way out to the left side of that mid lane. Everything's gonna be fine. Rift Terror gonna be dropped into mid. There's the Vi charging in with Shelly, and there's the mid T1. And we're gonna go for another ride as instead he goes backwards. Oh no.
It was just too tight of a quarter. You couldn't take it to the tower. You couldn't swift it around, but looks like running it here towards the Dragon Pit. I mean, it's a free ride. You might as well take it.
Yeah, why not? Snake almost gets hit by a Vault Breaker. Gonna be able to just dodge it by the skin of his teeth. Was going for that dragon, but Mordekaiser D-Dub's gonna just use that teleport, make sure forces the side of White Lotus to back off. They realize Orin doesn't have TP. That's probably not the fight we want to take. Just push down mid instead.
Yeah, I think that was a smart call, just giving up the dragon. There's no need. It's not an all-in play, unfortunately. Saint possibly getting collapsed on here. Has to use the ult. Great use of that. Meanwhile, Grandma with a gun grabbing that tower. So great little money in their pockets for that.
Oh, Soren's gonna be pulled in by the Mordekaiser. It's gonna be chased. Their Rylai is gonna keep slowing them down. But instead, they found a different target. Here goes Westbound. But the side of Colorado, they left Wukong with the Orin. There we go. Now the rest of the squad is coming back. Well, at least Mordekaiser. There's the Jinx too. Now Westbound should be going down here. But who are they gonna get the kill to? And it's gonna be Jinx. Now 3 and 3 on this Jinx for a trade. But Cease and Desist gonna hit Snake. Snake gonna die for his sins being away from the team. all ain't far away from the team at that.
Yeah, you kind of traveled to Narnia by yourself, and unfortunately, you're not going to find anyone there. Maybe missed the call or really got some tunnel vision there. So, a trade, you trade the support for the Orn. That's a great trade, but also kind of an unneeded trade here as Snake could have just backed off. And another tower going over here to the side
I guess
of White Lotus.
Team Bro was looking for a bridge, but it wasn't the Terabithia, the heaven instead.
Yeah. You're looking for the staircase to heaven, but you ended up taking the highway to hell pretty quickly.
I'm on the high. Oh, yeah, I can't see. Copyright
Yeah,
strike.
I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong. We're not supported by anything yet.
Yet. Guys, hit that follow button if you haven't. We're trying to grow this channel too, just like the other one. Hit that follow button for me, 30 of you here. Help a homie out here. Help Ghost out here, Support Ghost.
Do the good old 7th grade. Either hit the follow button or you'll have 7 years of bad luck and see if we can get any that way. Dragon popping up here, less than 3 minutes. Another Chem Tech Dragon. We'll see if there's a major fight for that. Otherwise, there's nothing left really on the board to be looking at. Otacon now towards the bot side. We saw last time, that was taken in the later portion of the game. Grandma with a gun finding out Soren, but still gets the control board down. Are they going to start this?
Oh, they are.
They're positioning towards it.
I just want to point out too, Orin has yet to give somebody an upgrade. Oh, never mind. I lie. Aphelios does how to upgrade Young Ties, but I need to stop talking about it. Flash came out for D-Dubs and the Dub front. I'm going to be able to dodge the Call of the Forest God. The fight still can go either way, but Westbound is on the run at the moment. But he's going to turn back in, get some more damage now. Let him know he ain't I can't say that word. Alrighty, but D-Dub's going to fight him under the tower, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade.
I want to say that's still in Westbound's favor. Like, you're only going to get more powerful from here. You only have 29 stacks on the heart steel. You're going to be growing that eventually here. You do have the upgrade on your, Mechanic Rook. So it's going to be tough here. Chernobyl, though.
All right, Chernobyl going to die as Vi coming there and just cease and desist. I mean, look at Trey on this Jinx trying to kite for his life, but Vaultbreaker is going to hit him in the face. 2 dies, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 as PP now try to get an engage. Great Vaultbreaker from Soren, but still going to get caught by the Cyclone. Here comes the Felios, though, as now the damage is massive. Snake almost dies, but instead Soren is going to pay the price instead.
Yeah, back and forth. Still a minute on Dragon, so this fight is long but over. They are going to respawn, head straight back to it, and fight it out for Vision, and possibly kind of reclaim this mid tower here to open this up. Wukong here not having flash now, so a little part of their engage tool taken away, but still being able to go and visit and kind of really settle down there. D-Dubs able to get that tower with the way. Graham with a gun now moving towards Dragon, and we see pings coming down. A lot of vision towards the bot side of Dragon Pit, but nothing initially here for the entrances. So I will be, this could be a tipping point of the game for sure, depending on which way this fight goes.
Oh, and earlier that White Lotus means business, but apparently Colorado ain't going down without a fight. 9 and 15. I mean, the kill difference was so much different, but let me stop my words as now we got the engage. Cease and desist did find Wukong, but Soren bit off probably a little more than he could chew. He's gonna fall. Cyclone was not available, so keep that in mind. As now Saints is getting beat down by Grandma with a gun. Super Mega Death Rock can come out and knock Saint down fairly low. We gotta fight in the top side too. It's just action everywhere, but the battle never ends. As for this top side, they're still going at it. D-Dubs taking fairly low. W should be available to him to be able to get a shield. But Westbound is going to walk off. Make sure he doesn't bite off a little more than he can shoot. Dragon started by the side of Colorado Cat Killer. It's going to be their third.
Yeah, put yourself on the soul point. You just took a great fight. You got the catch out, and Soren just biting off a little more than they can chew. But top side,
Oh, Westbound is too, though. Call the Forest God gonna find his mark, but he's gonna die. And here comes Jory to finish
no.
the job. Another kill over to him as Jory is now unstoppable. 5-1 on this Aphelios, and Autocon started by Colorado Keg Killers as the focus was put towards D-Dubs on this Mordekaiser.
Yeah, sending a little bit of your resources up there. You do get the shutdown a little more on that Felios 5, 1, and 2. So a great, a showing here by the Felios, but you end up giving Otacon. Yes, it's not a do or die life situation, giving that up, but they have to be careful for this next fight here. Soren feeling really strong, but getting caught out in these really bad positions. And, the fight ending before the objective can even be really fought for is hurting them pretty badly here. Baron being the next thing on the board, and they do have enough damage both sides this time that if a fight does end up breaking up, that they can just end up taking the Baron without, any remorse or a giant fight here. Orn towards the bot side, still having the TP, can join in a matter of time. They do see Snake. Snake's gonna fish that out a little bit, destroying the ward. Way answering the Orn here towards the pod side. Does have TP as well. D-Dubs does not, so he's still staying here towards Baron's side, but
Just want to point out,
being at soul point is just tough. It's just tough because you have to fight for next dragon no matter what.
I want to point out, man, gold, demonstrated team. This is anyone's game now. Like, at first, it just felt like White Lotus was just taking over, but Colorado Keg Killer, they're just clawing their way back into this game, and now we're almost even. Well, I lied, not almost even, but less than 1K.
I mean, at this point, you might as well say even, just because that less than 1K this late in the game really doesn't mean too much, especially with the gold kind of being spread out throughout the entirety of the teams here. So, a little over 230, before the next dragon pops here, and Mordekaiser getting almost, to that exclusive second item here, looking for the final piece of the Leandries, and then after the third item, it's kind of kiss it goodbye. No matter who you 1v1, you're going to be able to sustain and out damage no matter who you see. And now they're going to have to send, 2 to 3 for him. But even then, it's a very risky ask of anyone to go, toe to toe with the Mordekaiser at that point.
I want to point out a little bit of correction. He is finished with his item.
What am I? Okay, never mind. I'm blind.
Yeah,
I'm blind as hell.
It's just another hunting guy. That's all.
Hunting guys, yeah, that's what threw me off. I was like, what the heck's going on? So yeah,
right,
3 items.
But speaking of the word hunted, as Trey's being hunted on this Jinx, and another kill over to Yori, is that, man, they are making great use of the cease and desist, using his body to catch these picks and just constantly find these kills.
Yeah, Vi, just such a great tool, almost, like the Nocturne, but a lot more like defined with it, of just making sure that once you point and click, everyone just jumps on there. And that's, a hard second of 2 seconds of CC where you're really not moving, and that really hurts, especially if you're, that Jinx trying to get, anywhere. So,
and make it worse. Leah just follow up on it with the WE combo. You're just getting into a bounce house, man.
You get seismic shoved, you get rocks get thrown at you. I mean, a rock to the face is already bad enough, and then you have this girl with giant, boxing mitts that just crashes you in the face. You're kind of SOL, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Just welcome to being in the NBA dunk contest, and when I say that, I mean you're the prop. You're not even a player.
Yeah, he's just dunking right over you, irregardless, teabagging you while he's going up there, and there's no remorse at all. Less than a minute here. We got about 30 seconds here on the dragon, and this is the most important one here for Colorado Keg Killers. If they can get inside to really get this, or even if you want to just pluck Wukong over the wall, try to get the steal on this one, that would be your soul point, and I think that would be good. But if you take a bad dragon fight here, you will also be giving up Baron. All it takes is just 1 or 2 people to die to really, send this into a really shame spiral and really open up the door for one team or the other. So you have to be super careful trying to inch your way in. But it looks like they've found success here towards the backside. Wukong is coming up. It looks like they might be trying to pinch him. With Mordekaiser coming down as well.
I just want to point out, teleport is coming out from Talia. You got to keep this in mind. There, oh, never mind. There's the cease and desist and the encore. Wukong's gonna be over to by himself. We're gonna be flashing over the wall. There is the Cyclone. Grandma with a gun, able to get his damage done. Soren might be falling. Never mind, not enough though. As D does is on the back end by himself. Hasn't dealt from the soul yet, and he's gonna find himself dead instead. As now Yuri is godlike. Here comes the wall by Talia, and making sure he finish up more kills. Grandma with a gun and Trey on this Jinx are both stranded and dead now for at least one, as Snake and this way is gonna be able to make it out. But oh, like Westbound's a little bit on this chase, but gonna get knocked back by the Amelia, and Dragon should be going over to White Lotus Wisteria.
Yeah, great fight there, and a little bit miscommunication here for Color OK Killers. They had the pinch, but you saw Wukong just going a little too early with Graham with a gun, and there was not enough to really follow up with that. And Mordekaiser not using the ult, a big chunk, you know, off of the way, trying to look at a priority target, but there was none in range here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a Baron push here, but it looks like they opt to go mid instead here. They're looking at getting the tower and possibly the inhibitor as well, but Wukong towards the backside.
All right, we see. I guess be honest, somebody clone right back out. You know, showing face, saying hi. But this goal lead, which was once just not even a minute and a half to 2, but like less than a K, is now back up again, man. White Lotus Wisteria, 55 point. Man, almost a whole 4K goal lead, a little bit under. Brother.
Yeah, it's still not, you know, a giant lead, but it's definitely leading up where you have to be careful now. Mordekaiser finishing that third, that Rift Maker with that other, you know, haunting guys that I saw that you corrected me on. But now with that Rift Maker, it's going to be even more tough. Vi channeling out. They're looking for Jinx. Trey has to run for his life here. Is he going to make it out, though?
You know, he's going to get caught by the Vault Breaker, but now we got a 2-on-2, but they get just getting rocked. Now, granted, they're going to get killed in the Vi, but Wade's going to die. Jinx on the run, but she's on the run in the opposite direction, but the rest of Colorado Cat Killers, they're going to be on that Baron, but I don't know what he's going to do, but Fella's going to look like he's going to try to get something done, try to get this side off of this Baron. He's going to find one. Snake's dead. Now there's only Wu and Mordekaiser, but the Death Wrap is available, and there it is. Encore is going to find PP. So he's going to be left by himself, but Yuri is going to get the kill. 1-4-1 against this Mordekaiser, and now the Wukong is on the run, but Oran's going to finish the job, and now a quarter HP left. Baron over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria.
I'm not sure about that call about taking Baron on the back. And yes, they sent everyone bot side, but that's so much damage that you're missing out. You're missing the Jinx. You're missing Graham with the gun. Like, those are two giant factors here of your team fight that can no longer help you do the Baron, and they really pay the price on the back end here now. Orange shoving down this mid. This tower is exposed. He's going to opt to back away there, but now with, you know, White Lotus really cracking open this game of little over 5K for the gold lead, gonna back by and push down. And unless this next fight, you know, goes really well for K Killers, that could spell the end, especially with that Baron buff.
The end may be near as this goal lead just getting extended little by little. Now, White Lotus Wisteria, a little over 5K gold ahead. Actually, correction, almost exactly 6.
Yeah, just a little behind, and they're really looking for this big here. Saint running around, usually his partner in crime Vi, just a little behind here. We'll see if they spot out the Wukong.
They do.
They do.
We're gonna get some good damage now. Let's keep in mind the guns. White red, we already said, means dead. So fight definitely probably gonna be looking for on the side of White Lotus, try to end this game up. Look at the damage, man. You gotta love orange damage.
Just nuts.
Keep in mind how chunky that heart still also.
Yeah, and the Jack shows on top of that too. Once the fight starts.
Speaking of fighting, sorry, there's the encore along with the cease and desist, but no one's gonna die. Snake gonna be forced to blow that ultimate to get out of there. That's 3 ultimates down from the side of Colorado Cat Killers. And Emilio, Jinx, and Wukong. No Cyclone, no Supermagic Death Rocket. I mean, that's pretty big. And keep in mind, Dragon is coming up in another 42.
Yeah, with mid being open as well, it's probably the best lane to have open if you are, if you're ever defending, you don't want your side lanes to be the ones exposed with the inhib because that means, there's priority on the objectives. But mid, at least you can kind of push out and still be able to rotate towards that. So Saint trying to clean up a little bit of that top side. Mordekaiser does have the TP, is able to join as well here. Talia looking to join the fight.
I just want to point out that White Lotus attempted that Death Bush. They're going to spot it out once again. I'm knocked back by Melody. Dragon being started by White Lotus. There's still Leo to cut off that entrance from the top side, but it may not cut off team because they went up there, but it does split apart trade from the rest of Colorado Cat Killers. Gave them time to finish up that Drake. Now Drake count 3-3 equal out.
And we saw this before too. Dragons really tipping to one side for, the start of the game, and then kind of swinging back here. First, it was White Lotus having a lot, and then Colorado Cat Killers, grabbed it, and now it's going back and forth. But a great pick out here. And that could be it. Not having Emilio is kind of a big portion of their team, and they're going to be able to run this down mid. Aphelios is a little bit behind, but, as long as the team just kind of waits and, to be patient here, they should have a 5v4 in the hand, and this could be it.
I feel like this bot lane of Colorado Cat Killers, they have an addiction to being picked off. I mean, 5-7 with Jinx, 0-6 on the Melio. Come on, gotta do better. But speaking of getting picked, there was the Vault Breaker, but Saint's gonna find the kill instead of the Vi, and now 2 dead. Mordecai is gonna find his grave. D-Dubs, PP, man. Gray screen all over from the engage of White Lotus Wisteria. They look to end this game here. Kramer with a gun, take into the gray screen too. Return to center. Snake is getting destroyed by this Aphelios on the side. One Nexus turned down, make it 2. And now this game should be over. We're gonna be going to game 3 as White Lotus Wisteria takes this game 2 for a dub.
Yeah, Silver Scrapes, cue up the music. What a turnaround from the game 1, just really playing in sync, playing towards their strengths the entire time. How many times do we see, the Wombo combo of getting picked out from Saint and Soren kind of, tag teaming the bot lane the entire time, which it was great to watch. And even towards, the middle portion of the game, a lot of catch outs by this Vi. So, definitely one to look at, and definitely a jungler not to sleep on, and really showing the power of how well. And I have to give credit also for Westbound doing an amazing job on that Ornn, holding his own against Mordekaiser the entire time. And I'm happily eating my words about the Aphelios. That was just disgusting.
Yes, it was, but unfortunately, guys, let me take another intermission. But with bad news, there come good news. When we get back from the draft for game 3 to close out this series, and now both sides 1-1 of Colorado Cat Killers versus White Lotus Wisteria. Guys, a little Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we're now getting ready for draft for game two. And sorry, not game three of White Lotus Wisteria versus Colorado Cat Killers. Is now the draft is now started, and we already seeing bands being placed on the board. Brand is gonna be gone. Going
Yeah,
out there too, we do see a side swap as Colorado Cat Killers did opt to take Red Sox for this game three.
yeah, not wanting to see what Brand brings in for the next game here. We saw Mordekaiser play both games here, one for each side. We'll see if that is still the case, if it is going to be seen for a third. A lot of these bands, being pretty standard, or at least repetitive throughout the first three bands. Um, Maybe a malfunction here. The ban was Aphelios for Colorado Keg Killers. Elise being out for the side of White Lotus, and I imagine Darius will be the next ban on them, if I'm not mistaken. Caitlyn, another ban that we've seen, time and time again, and possibly Lulu. If I'm going for a third and final call on this ban list for Colorado.
Third,
Yep.
double 80 carry band along with the Lulu being gone. So Seraphine being picked up early. It's more bands be thrown at you.
Yeah. I the Seraphine was a good pickup, but we saw a little bit of we didn't see any great encores. No 5-man alts here being used, but hopefully here in this game three, hopefully they find some great plays.
Even great. I mean, saying great. Like, I'm with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice here, but
I
there's
mean,
one even the opposite way. There was
I'm,
one going the total wrong way.
I mean, we ain't gotta be brutal. Honest. We be honest though. Biggs being picked up for Colorado Cat Killers. Being that flex pick, be able to go into the bot and the mid. We don't know, but Lux being picked up also.
Ooh,
A lot of
that'd be a
AP in the first two
dangerous
picks.
spot. Yeah. I mean, you get Lux, binded. You throw the bombs down on top of that. You got the bomb to knock him back. That would just be disgusting. Now, are we going to see an AD mid possibly out of Colorado K Killers? If we, end up seeing two AP bot side, are we going to see like a Zed, or maybe a Yasuo or something crazy in the mid lane?
But I'm hoping not to see it silver in the spot, but like that's what's gonna be locked. And it is. But I don't want to see silver versus Ziggs.
Yeah, I think there's a little too much the spell shield on that, but maybe you can dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge your way through lane phase. It's gonna be tough.
Up there is Volibear. Tough SOB coming out for the side of White Lotus. But gonna get through all the Lux CC, big zoning them off. Gonna be a little annoying to play Volibear in this game, but we see people make seeing made things crazier. But Trundle being a response to that Volibear, like it.
Yeah, I like the Trundle too. Just a great split pushing menace. Ganks as well if that is going towards the jungle. The pillar doing a lot of good work and can really cause disruption here. But we'll see exactly where it's going here after the second round of ban phase. We saw top lane being picked on here the entire time of this second round, and we'll see if there's any change to it or if they end up just going tried and true, smacking out all the top laners that they can. Mordekaiser's still going to be up if they ban the set.
Oh, he's going last 13. The band is gonna. Oh yeah.
Is it though? Or are they just hovering? It
Oh,
will
that
be.
is the Blood Rail get banned. Mordecai's is still up. I was gonna say they opted to just ban all the meat slappers in top, but apparently not. I mean, all the beef is gone, true, but on with
Oh,
Aurelia too.
all the meat slappers. That's a good one. I think there's plenty of meat slappers out there. If I'm being honest,
I mean, yeah, they are, but let's be real. We're talking about Colorado kick. We're not gonna
true.
see a bust out of Moon.
Ooh, and the Vi pickup. I'm liking it.
Y'all they just get out the mute. Speaking of Mundo, oh, somebody must have been listening to the cast. My bad. Might just gave somebody the keys to the kingdom here. As Dr. Mundo, look like he is going to be locked in as a beefy front line. Apparently, White Lotus is Arby's in this game.
Yeah, White Lotus just going for the giant front line here and just keeping the Sivir safe as long as no one can really jump on the Sivir. If you can get the spell shield, on time for the Vi ult and kind of just run away, with the team, especially with that ult, really helping out the Volibear and, Mundo kind of, help with the immobility. But Talia getting looked at again and a great pickup as well. So we'll see how many plays are made again here with that mid laner if they end up going towards bot side and just kind of running them down.
I would say not only just that, but counter to I mean, no vault breaker for her. The only thing she's gonna be able to do really with trying to see straight out of that until if those rocks are lit. From the
Mhm.
Talia E.
Ooh, and Victor being picked up, banned both games here. So a great giant AoE, lots of magic damage here coming out from the side of Colorado Kid Killers between Ziggs, Lux, and Victor. We saw the Vi do a lot of damage, but also building more towards that tank side. So then, you can stay alive if you are the engaged tool, which right now you're kind of the really only hard CC go in button on your team, but you have tons of follow up and great AoE damage from Colorado.
Said it Colorado. Name is X or Victor. Guys are gonna have to build the letters. Anybody who doesn't know, because this item is not talked about. It is essentially Black Cleaver for 8 for mages. All the item literally is Black Cleaver for AP.
Yeah.
Or else you're not killing Mundo and Victor unless your name is Trundle. I said Victor. Sorry, Mundo and Voli unless your name's Trundle.
It's just going to be a tall order no matter which way you slice it here. Because if you get Mundo to that point where he's just running around, healing up against everything, even if you get heal cut, you grab the Thorn Mail, you got the Oblivion Orb, that's still not going to be enough. And he's just going to be running around spamming the laugh. And you're going to be going, why? Oh, why did we not punish him earlier? So you see both team comps. What are you thinking? Like, who are you throwing your advantage to?
White Lotus. The reason I say probably aside from Trundle, it's gonna be hard to answer here. Who's really Holy Bear? Colorado. I mean, Victor can hurt him early on, but as the game goes later, it's gonna be hard for Victor to kill him because he's stay on top of his face. Granted, you do have Lux for the Q, be able to get the air down. Sorry, you got some zone control. Sorry, I see it coming out. Now up you ultimate and just fly in there and just rock bottom your butt.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely. It's kind of a lack of CC beyond the Vault Breaker and the Lux Spine. There's not really anything to hold this team down that's going to be super mobile running at you.
tell us what you guys think in the chat. Who you got winning? You got White Lotus, you got Colorado. But at the same token of that, we're gonna go to a brief intermission. But when we come back, guys, we're gonna be going into the final game of the series to see who's gonna walk home with the dub. Will it be White Lotus? Will it be Colorado Cat Killers? Find out when we get back from intermission. We hit the reel for game 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As we are now on to the rift for the final game of the night between White Lotus Wisteria versus Colorado Cat Killers. As you see, the series is 1-1. About to have fun. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
kind of make it or break it right now. Nothing too crazy on the opening. Another 5 point. I know we talked about invade the entire time, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get it here this go around.
Game. Ritual, I see what you said, man. You like Colorado's draft. I respect it. I don't really take either side on here. I just want action. So
There's gonna be plenty of it. I mean, we have yet to see a game with both of these teams with not just going ham the entire time here. So great early ward placement there on the Raptor pit. Gonna figure out what Vi is starting and, find out her path a little bit of where she's going here early, going from bot to top. Meanwhile, Volibear doing the opposite side, going from top to bottom side. So they could be looking to have a little bit priority here towards the spot lane to see if they get a little aggressive and end up pushing too far.
like before the Celia, just being aggressive in this, especially with Victor B. It should be a lot on the easier side to get better trades until traded eat. Like probably another.
Yeah, once you get the upgrade of that death rate, it really does help your lane phase, and you can really just start to clear them with a single, ability skill here. But until that point comes, you have to really be patient and play early and grabbing, a kill. Oh, Snake taking a lot of damage. Grabbing a kill and or assist early, grabbing 25 stacks off of that can really help you. So if there is an early play to be made, that Victor could, see a really huge early game spike.
All right, well, you see the damage is in his top lane. Snake taking down to focus real here.
Yeah, they're going back and forth here. I do have to call out that's not Pizza Sivir. So I'm a little upset, and unfortunately, I can't really be in the favor of Yuri at this point, just because Pizza just wins.
You're out here being a D1 hater right now. Come on.
I am. It's Pizza or nothing. What other skin is there that can compete with that Sivir skin? Nothing. That's the answer.
See, what about Spectacular?
No, it's not Pizza. I'm not sure what part of this you're not understanding, and I gotta say I'm a little upset with you if you're not on a Pizza bandwagon with me here. Do you hate Pizza?
Love pizza.
But
But apparently the person in the chat's gonna tilt you because he said pineapple on pizza.
Oh no, not again. Last time I was casting, somebody talked about pineapple on the pizza. This is not happening again. We had all of banner chat just going back and forth. You put pineapple on pizza, I will perfectly send you shit in a bag and let it on fire before it gets there. I'm
Brother.
heated.
Okay. Hey, bro, the
Oh
chat
my
against
God.
you right now, bro. Look at it.
No, I don't care. The chat. Oh, Moto, you just better watch it. Watch your mouth, you good sir. Before I put a pineapple in it. I actually love pineapple. I actually just had some pineapple by itself, not on a pizza, in between a game intermission. So I do like pineapple, just not on pizza.
Brother, are you Italian, bud?
I am not, but I have the hair of one, and I love my pasta and I love my pizza, so I could be. And Moby, you better watch your mouth too, otherwise you're going to be finding a new mid. You do not allow the pineapple to go on pizza.
Oh, the hate is flowing through your veins.
I'm giving into the dark side here.
All I gotta say is Moby. Do it. Do it.
You are the Palpatine right now.
Hey, I'm not doing nothing. I'm Senator Palpatine, not Emperor. I'm just
Oh no, so sorry. I'm over here being Obi-Wan, the voice of reason. Like, yo, Anakin, I'll make you a master here in a little bit. Just don't put the pineapple on pizza. Like, You already married a senator. You shouldn't have done that. But the council's like, whatever. You're the chosen one. But just don't try to give me the high ground. It's over.
Are you sure you Obi-Wan? You sound like Anakin right now. It sounds like you about to take out a whole temple about pineapple on pizza.
I'm about ready to kill some younglings over this, okay? If I see some sand people and I hear, I will just murder them.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of getting murdered here, grab with a gun, not in a great spot.
Here comes Soren on the volley bear. Oh, Grandma would gonna flash away, and PP so small, gonna be able to come and assist. Now Grandma would gonna take it a little less than half HP and had to blow his flash. And keep in mind that wave was pretty shoved, so Ryan's gonna be a little bit happy. Go try to get the wave out, especially low HP, and get that recall.
Can I eat pineapple and pizza separately? Yes, but I would never have them in the same meal, like on top of each other. Like, there's got to be a break in between.
Well, a break in between this conversation. First blood over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria. Fury just getting on the board, taking out Snake. Hit the boomerang blade. But yeah. So you're gonna hate me for this. I'm about to say. Ready?
I'm already got the hate flowing, so bring it forward.
I eat pineapple on pizza.
Oh, that's it.
And I normally don't do that.
That's a solo broadcast. I'm also, since we're on the voyage of hate, I'm not liking the leg support. You fall behind, you are useless to your team. If you get ahead, you still get swamped over just one damage. You have to keep them on the outside. You have to make sure you have great vision the entire time, and you really have to really be outputting damage and getting a lot of picks with your Q to be useful. So if I eat the words again of a champion I don't like, I'm happy to. But I don't know how I feel about this.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Momo. He's asking questions. He's asking the real questions, right? While there's nobody dying, he's asking the real hard-hitting questions. Does it still count if you dip it into pineapple
puree? You are not going to make a puree out of pineapple. Why are you even mentioning that? Chef Ramsay would shit a brick about what you're asking.
Well, I'll tell you who's shitting the brick also is Grandma with a gun, but like Saint is too with that Chaos Storm being October, but kill over to the volley bear, and PP so small gonna be found out by the likes of this bot lane for the side of White Lotus.
I wish I could grab 2 pieces of bread and smush them against your ears to call you an idiot sandwich for asking a puree of freaking pineapple. That's just no. That's a sin. That's a cardinal sin. That's like being Canadian.
Yo, don't do that.
I'm calling them out, all right?
They
may be our neighbors. And I love your women and your maple syrup and your hockey and your strip clubs. But as people, I just can't.
Heidi carries Canadian.
Good. I hope he uses this as motivation.
He's gonna want to scream you guys afterwards.
Good. I'll put him in the hospital for free.
You gotta deal with me in mid. That's my team.
I'll deal with you in mid. We'll have some fun. I'm about that.
Depends on what you define fun. But I tell you what's not gonna
be
fun.
Kha'Zix mid.
I tell you what's not gonna be fun. What's not fun? Obi asks, "What about pineapple jam?"
What? Why? Why are you saying these things?
But you know what? Why is this happening? Another thing is Grandma with a gun is getting beat down. But here comes the cease and desist. But it doesn't matter when Volley Bear is gonna blow the flash to get the kill, and we're just seeing blood just being spilled everywhere. There's now 3 kills on the map, almost making 4. His Snake almost falls, but Yuri's gonna finish the job, and a Knight comes out. But the tower, he's not gonna be in range, so that's gonna be 3-0-0 to the severe. Man, White Lotus Wisteria is putting on a show.
Colorado K Killers is looking more like a Kool-Aid pack at this point, like a 6-pack Kool-Aid, and not even a good kind. You're like the cherry kind that people bypass to get the grape or blue.
Getting treated worse than a $2 hooker, bro.
She's got to make her money some way.
Oh no,
$2. That's not going to buy you too much. Like you're maybe getting 3/4 of a handy at most.
Hey, just like belt to ass, ain't gonna get you anywhere either. But look what we have.
I mean, at least belt to ass, you're going to be learning something. You know, If your dad's not whooping your ass, is he really teaching you a lesson? Like, I remember my dad putting the fear in me, and it taught me a lesson. But D-Dub's really not learning at all, as he is
Gotta
getting
get
shut down
killed.
by Mundo.
Hey, but I tell you, hey, but you know another lesson? Sherry Chernobyl's not gonna walk into a bush with both Ziggs and Lux sitting there again. But here's also another lesson for you. Apparently, from Moby, apparently, fig jam is fire.
What? What the? No, and the black cherry. Who? No, black cherry should not be a thing. All right, I've seen it in like 3 different things. The clear
Ultimate
American.
goes down. Basically, the old arm breaker passive strikes again as Volibear's gonna find another kill. Victor 0-3, man. This is a beatdown.
Run, Mundo, run, go where you please, blowing the ghost and getting the heck out of there. Some fig jam. I'll give you some fig jam, and I'll tell you where you can put it. It is no.
This game 3 has just been this man crashing out. Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, you're crashing out. Colorado just booming. Like White
They are
Lotus
full
running over this
sentiment.
game. I mean, we gotta order you a pineapple pizza after this game, bro.
No, you are not. Because what's going to happen? I will take a video. I will go live of me ordering the pizza and just throwing it straight into the garbage.
It doesn't matter. You still spend money on it.
I'm going to let them send me it.
Yep, just
I'm
like,
not paying for it.
yeah, you spend money. You
DoorDash.
spend money on pineapple pizza, and White Lotus Wisteria spending time to go grab these void grubs as they just now finally slain them. That's bound just E-dubs business right going on here.
Yeah, this game
You
is
watching the
not
right
looking
matchup?
good. I mean, Grandma with a gun here, just getting taken for a
Oh,
ride,
no.
getting shoved back.
Grandma with a gun's gonna get taken. Yeah, pretty much gunned to head, out back like a injured horse. But just, I felt bad looking at that encore. Hey, Chubby Chernobyl tried though. Chubby Chernobyl tried. Yeah.
I want to know the rate of Chernobyl's ult percentage right now. Like, I think it's 1 for 8, and I'm thinking at the best
Damn.
portion here.
Forget the rate of Chubby Chernobyl. I want to see what's the money that PayPal Colorado got right now.
It's been taking bribes here.
Because this game, like, they went back and forth game 1 and game 2, but then we get this here. As D-Dub just doesn't care. That man wants to get that tower. He wants first tower in the game.
Yeah,
Alrighty, Vi was looking for the gank, but just gonna get rooted. There's the flash, but did get stunned by the Volibear, but not in range to be able to capitalize on it. Now the Lux combo comes out, but it is a support Lux, so that means that combo don't mean nothing for right now. But I tell you what combo does is PP getting destroyed, and there's Lux also on the other side of the screen. Man, this is just a beating.
You don't pick Lux support. This is why it's like pineapple and pizza. You just don't do it for obvious reasons. And mid lane, 0-4. I want to see the stacks on Victor, see how close he is to his first upgrade. He's only got 49 stacks for his evolution. His E has not been touched here. Max for the ranking on, upgrading it, but nowhere near the evolution upgrade on. So Victor is very far behind at this point.
I'm just saying, he changed White Lotus name to White Lotus Patties because apparently they are put that belt as cheeks in that series. As now Dragon is being started by the side of White Lotus Wisteria.
It's like coming home and when your dad just ran over your dog and you're sad and you can't do anything. That's what it's like right now. And
Person running
Snake
over a
Bob
dog.
just,
This is worse than
yeah,
running over
you
a
are
dog,
the
man. Look
dog.
at-
You're getting run over.
Yeah, like
Volibear dancing on him. A bear shit in the woods, and right now it's not in the woods, it's in your mouth. They are taking this tower here, and they're letting Victor free farm, and it's still not going to be enough. Dragon's being taken over. Mundo's shoving, going where he pleases. I mean, completing the War Monks as well. Vi towards the top side. I want to see how well this goes for you.
decent assist does comes out, but of course Mundo passive. He's gonna blow the ultimate. It's not gonna matter. He's gonna walk away like he doesn't care.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, look at the gold, man. It's 15 minutes into the game. Look at the gold.
That's a 5K at 15 minutes. This is like watching Hiroshima happen all over again. Just getting nuked.
Apparently White Lotus nuked Colorado's mental. Jeez.
Like, you touch our boat, we end you, and that's what happened. I think that's like the biggest history lesson that I never learned. If you touch America's boat, we just come after you. And I think they're learning the hard way here that that's what happened. You touched our boat, and now in game 3, we're just piss pounding you.
All right, well, D-Dubs did blow the ultimate, but he's going to get destroyed by this Bully Bear, man. 4-0 and already has a Sun during Sky. Keep in mind, Toronto already utilized the ultimate. Here comes the rest of the cavalry. He's not getting away, man. D-Dubs, you made a vital mistake, and you're going to pay for it. Another kill over to Yuri. 5-0 on this Sivir.
She is so far ahead of where she needs to be right now. The entire team. You know, we look at the middle pack here, the 404, 304, and 502, just especially on your main points of contention that you want those kills on. And they're just firing on all cylinders here. We see Void Grub's getting taken, or nope, it's going to be Shelly here taken very quickly. They're taking Dragons, they're taking Voids, they're taking Shelly. There's not much this team can't do right now. I usually opt against a 25-minute Baron, but
You
I
forgot,
think this
you forgot they're taking Cheeks too, apparently. They're 13-0 in this game. Not a
They're
kill
clapping.
has been obtained by Colorado Cat Killers. Not one.
They're clapping the Cheeks right now.
All right,
Grandma,
well, will
what
it
are
be the
you
first
doing?
kill? Can Grandma with a gun find the damage? We don't know, but looking mid. Snake is on the run. Snake's almost dead. Boomerang Blade barely misses, but it's still chasing in Yuri. Now dominating 6-0-2 on this Sivir. Look at the rest of the team run. No force, just run, baby, run.
Lux is getting Rule 34 right now and just starring in her own, clap cheeks production right now.
Oh, let's be
Goldberger
real,
getting
it's a bonus
perched up.
video.
Yeah, it's gonna hit the hub here pretty soon. That is just getting fire trucked all over.
Wow.
Sorry, Moby. I'm frustrated. You hit me pineapple and pizza, and this is what happens to me. I am livid.
Playing game 3 of White Lotus versus Colorado Cat Killer. This is the crash out of Gitano. I changed the name of the stream.
Kitano just goes berserk. The Gypsy Slayer.
Gracious, man.
And then also the vision too. You see Seraphine just lighting the entire side up like a Christmas tree on the top side of the map here. So there's nothing they can't see. And why not grab an Inferno Drake at the end of it here? I'm guessing there's going to be no real contention. If they do, it's not going to be great. A Lux ult Wombo combo barely takes Yuri to a 4th health. A Ziggs ult down there as well. But, I mean, you just ate a giant Wombo combo, and you can still probably laugh at them and start clearing the wave.
He did walk away like nothing happened. Didn't blow no sums, just didn't even use spells. She just casually walked away. All right, but I tell you who's not walking away is PP.
He landed it. They landed the ult.
They did. Celebrate it. Let's go.
10 out of 10. Volleybear just walking over bombs and lasers and everything, and he don't care. He is a bear.
I don't know how I feel about this. Am I watching a League of Legends game right now, or am I just
This is one of my solo queue games, but I am not on the side of White Lotus. I'm on the other side asking my team, why are you feeding so freaking hard?
Hey, bro, somebody need to go ask Colorado Cat Killers at the game if they want to press charges.
This is they're getting Bill Cosby in here pretty quickly. We'll put it that way to make it easy.
Wild, bro.
They'll give you a little zip zop booty papa. You tired?
Yo, Bill Cosby is wild. But you know what else is gonna happen here? Snake gonna die again. Saint is unstoppable.
No way.
They're just going crazy.
Give him a lobotomy. Like, make this man forget everything he's ever known, please. And get this Korean man out of there. You bombed us once, and now we got you. Change your name to something American. D-Dubs has to be careful. The entire team running around here doesn't have Ghost, doesn't have backup, and barely has a club to fit him. Meanwhile, Yuri just dancing around this Vi, circling her. Throw up an emote at the end of it here.
He almost died. They almost got their first kill, but it's not going to happen.
Thumbs up, so close. Horseshoe and hand grenades. Lux
Oh,
though.
the flash!
Nah, we're sidestepping that.
No!
The
That's the
shutdown.
first kill! Shut down over to PP so small on the Vine. Look at D-Dub's goal though. Almost gets the second kill, but they get put down into the dirt. What is
You got to
going on?
report right now. You got to report the Sivir. She's feeding the entire team. She has all of your team's death. That's so sad that your skill accidentally hit Lux, and then just Tower said, "All right, we'll graciously grant you a kill."
Right, said we can't let this be this caliber happen. Gotta help you. Just a little. Can't be that embarrassed.
There's
I don't know. I can't wait to
it's
cast
not
video
looking
games,
great.
buddy.
This is why we can't cast together, because I just get we're gonna get canceled here pretty quickly.
I mean, we were the cancel bros last season for a reason.
And we might as well run it back once again here.
I don't know. We don't
Can
got
Vi come back at a 1-4? I want to see the comeback.
hey, we don't have to set up like we did last season. You know, at Braum Lives Matters. Like that was a wild acronym
Yes.
of a name.
The acronyms we had to pull out on that were pretty crazy. And then we had the DPPP, so we had DP the entire time. I know you had fun with that.
Man, I feel like y'all were just trying to get canceled. Like half of the lap. Y'all were trying. Y'all damn this with those names.
That's season 4 is all about the names. Like, you just have to come with the best micro names ever here. Otacon getting started. We see the TP. D-Dubs also looking for the Trundle. Victor going in. I'm not sure what more he can do but die, but we'll see at the end of it here.
Oh,
Otacon really shredding him.
yep, Turbochinova taking about halfway, and Biggs almost finishing the job. Otacon not dead yet, but Mundo double kill is there. Look at PP, gonna find a second kill for the squad. Talia's finally gonna be shut down, along with a triple kill over to the Mundo, along with Otacon. Keep in mind now, Chubby Chernobyl died in the background too, off the screen. So now look at him go. Look at the young man come back. 3 kills on the board. Still down by a lot of gold, but still 3 kills on the board.
They are receding harder than LeBron James's hairline right now, just all the way to the back. They look like Kobe Bryant's helicopter, just crashing and burning right now. Mundo taking the tower, not caring really anything, headbutting it for all his purposes right there. How much do you think that weight that he is carrying around in his arm weighs? Because I see 3 stacks on each side of his barbell. I have to imagine they're what, probably 50 pounds each at least, if not more.
Well, I can't. Hey, bro. Hey, let's theory. Let's throw some theories out. Hey, hear me out. Now, what if they pull a Tom Brady Super Bowl versus
No.
the Atlanta Falcons, bro? They just lock it in. They come back.
This is too far. This is not halftime where you go into your locker room and say, "Hey, we get the ball in the second half."
Hey,
You
a
know,
man can
we
dream.
Michael.
A man can
No.
dream.
No. Right now, if you're gonna reference the Falcon, it's gonna be Michael Vick and the dog, and that's what's going on right here. And White Lotus is playing Michael Vick, and unfortunately, Colorado Kid Killers is looking like a puppy that is just getting taken down bit by
no,
bit.
like the Colorado Cat Killers. They found 2 kills. Now Soren's gonna find a return kill of his own. Ultimate comes out for the Volley Bear, but he's still almost dead. And shut down over to the Ziggs. Now 6 kills total on the board. Here we go. Halftime it is, baby. And it's now a trade kill because of the tower. Luck's gonna die. Snake is just a professional at getting. Well, you know, we ain't gonna talk about that part.
What is going on? I don't understand.
Look at D-Dubs go. Look at D-Dubs go. No ultimate yet. Just putting down that damage.
He's
Putting in
trying.
that work in the top side.
He is putting effort right now. He is just crashing down. KDA, I don't even know what that is. All I know is your tower's not going to survive.
All I know is if White Lotus lose this, man, whoever had pick'ems on White Lotus winning this series, I feel bad for you if they throw it.
If White Lotus loses this game, they need to just forfeit the rest of the games the entire season. There's no way you don't hang your head in shame and just say we're worse than the Browns in like 2014 where they had like 0 wins.
Oh boy, cease and desist coming out. They're gonna dig the ultimate to Turby.
Oh my
Chernobyl is
God.
gonna die again. 3 deaths over to support, but Saint's gonna get a
Okay.
return kill. But Victor is looking to put in that work and try to finish him off. But Sivert does just so much damn damage as now Grandma with a gun is gonna be sent back to the cinder. Return back to the cinder. Sorry, my words, man.
I mean, being only down 5K at this point is a miracle. I imagine there should be a 0 at the end of that and should be 50K. Trey
Man.
here trying to get a little disruption, but is he going to pay the price here? Saint coming over, Mundo coming over. That's going to be Soul Point. You can kiss this one goodbye now. Infernal Drag with their team is just going to be disgusting. Basically on any team, Inferno is going to be crazy. Baron's up. They could grab that, run it down their throat, and give them, you know, the Burlington Throat Factory 9000 at this point.
Burlington Throat Factory. The Burlington.
Yeah. I'm here to give people the content. That's why I'm casting. Just so they can go back,
I give people
work
content,
tomorrow, and be like, the things that I heard.
Yo, I be trying to keep tame, but here this man just straight crashing out. There
Nope.
being started by the side of White
Right.
Lotus, a quarter of the way down. Is now here comes the rest of Colorado Cat Killers. They just got a lot of damage down to them in that one little corridor. Gonna make their way in though. Tondo is on the flank. Baron is half. CXO's gonna come out. Only find one. So
Oh my God.
Armor gonna find the victor.
Person.
W Chernobyl's gonna die, but the engage is wild and now making 2 down. And it's gonna be more to follow suit. His grandma with a gun is gonna be taken out, sent back to the gray screen. D-Do's by himself and finished off.
Call an ambulance, but not for me. Chernobyl, you need to press that alt button sooner. With 4 or 5 people lined up, you clip one of them. It's just crazy to watch, but you get Baron nonetheless. You can throw it down mid now, end this game, end this beatdown. It's just looking bad.
Hey, yo, report Chernobyl. Beating. Report him. X9.
Report.
Beating. Rolling.
Time.
Yo, times 20. X times 30. Times 40 now. We got 40 people watching. Hey, man. X40 this, man. He's 0-4. It should be an easy game. No, I'm joking. On another note, though, apparently they want you to crash out some more because more about pineapple
Momo,
pieces being talked about.
Stop this.
All right, but
Stop
since
this.
this comes out, they're trying to pick out the Volibear. Volibear has so much magic resistance, does so much damage, but he is getting hurt. But they're gonna bite. Saint's gonna be there to back him up too, and Saint's now on the rampage, gonna finish off the vibe. 4 and 9. You gotta hate to live this type of life that you do if your name is PP so small. You're living up to your name because they are for sure cutting that down.
Just micro dicking yourself right there. You got whiskey dick written all over you. They are trying to chase Saint, but Saint is not going to anywhere. Just Saint Michaelin, everyone he can look at. Soren taking out the entirety of it. Yogi Baron all over them. Chernobyl hitting it all freaking finally. D-Dubs 1v3 pretty well, might I add here. Snake trying to hurt the bear, but the bear's going to hate back. Going to start a fire right on your ass. That is one. There's the first tower taken down. The next one's coming up. That is going to be unfortunate news. That's going to be game. Thank God we don't need another beatdown like this. Get Epstein out of here.
Oh my! Hey, I'm just saying, ladies. This is what happens when you choose the bear. 10-1-17. Bro went on a killing spree this entire game.
Only you can prevent Bill Cosby's. Like, Jesus criminy. That was just a great way to get bent over. Oh.
First game.
I mean, there wasn't even a spit on it. It was just, we're coming.
Game 1 and then game 2. I already know if I want to.
I thought it was going to be a banger of a series, but it was just a banging from one side at the end there.
Know which one's worse, the ass whippings that the Jackson 5 used to get growing up?
I mean, at this point, you just gotta clear that game from your mind. It never happened, and don't even look at it on the replay because there's nothing that you can take away from that game to think, okay, this is what we could have done better.
All
Besides choosing the Lux, take out the Lux.
right, Lotus. give up somebody as tribute for an interview.
Oh, good God.
And uh, that was a beat. There's not really much
That,
to say to that.
that was a tough loss. That was a tough, tough loss there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a 3-game mental boom. 1 and 2, you just look so great, and then you just at the end there. It's a great. It just looked like a ranked solo game. Just a really hard ranked solo game where your entire team just collapses on itself.
Alrighty. Well, we do have a player interview. Actually, we're going to be doing a bonus. We got 2 player interviews.
Ooh,
We got 2 of them.
gutsy.
Very gutsy. Very gutsy. That was a pounding. What you guys say?
Hello.
Hello,
I
hello.
was, I didn't hear what you had to say. What was that?
I said that
Yeah,
was a
sorry.
pounding, wasn't it?
Yeah. Game 2 and game 3 felt way different than game 1.
All right, guys. Well, as I was just saying this dumb comment, guys, welcome for the player interview. We got Saints, we got Yuri sitting in the hot seats tonight. As you know, it was a back and forth game 1, a back and forth game 2, but then a belt to ass game 3. That didn't feel illegal what I just watched. Guys, tell me
Yeah, that one.
what's going through your
Go
minds
ahead.
throughout the series.
Game 1 was just really tilting. We just like misplayed super hard, just overstayed everything. We were just really, really trolling. I don't really know what we were doing. I think it was like just the excitement of wanting to kill people, So I mean, game 2, game 3, we really locked in. It was embarrassing. Game 1 was embarrassing. It was so rough.
Well, okay, a better way to put it, we identified the mistakes that we made in game 1. Like we had a pretty serious talk after game 1. Like, I mean, you guys watched the game. You saw we shouldn't have lost that first game. It should have been a clean 2-0. We were plenty ahead. All of our lanes, I believe, were winning. Our top laner solo killed their top laner like twice or something. I was up in mid. Yuri was up in bot. We misplayed on a couple objectives. We got too greedy, and then so after game 1, we kind of just sat down and we're like, look, this is where we messed up. We're gonna hard focus this the next 2 games, and we're gonna take this series. And that's what happened.
Apparently, y'all flipped the switch because game 1 it was anybody's game. Game 2, like it was still anybody's game, but more so in your favor, even more than game 1. Game 3, murder. Way to put it, just straight up aggravated.
It's just like what happens when you have a mid laner named Saint on your team. This dude
Okay.
is so good, actually. I know you guys just watched it. He is so good, man. All 3 games, this dude is so good. It's insane. So
Did you
nice.
see him carry us on Aphelios or what?
Like I
Guys,
literally
this
get
is
to
nuts, bro.
laning phase and I come out of laning phase and he is just actually like 1v9 the best mid laner in the league, man. 100%. Saint the GOAT. No glaze, my bad.
Hey, with 2 teams, other mid lane. I respect that. I respect the confidence and the faith you have in your lane. I'm not saying that thing. I respect it.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way for Yuri.
I just think that our team is very good. If we play how we're supposed to play, we talk about our game plan and we really lock in on the stuff that we have to do, like I think we're a very, very good team. I think our biggest problem week to week is we just need to make sure we're more consistent, and I think we'll do very, very, very good. I think we'll do better than a lot of expectations that are placed on us. I truly believe that.
So in your next couple of upcoming games, do you have anyone in mind that you're kind of really, focused for, that you're kind of looking forward to?
Our
who
coaches,
do we
our
play?
coaches have us playing. I think we're playing Rat Tactics next week. Both Saint and I are new to the league. This is our first like comps league, so we don't really know any of the lore from like past Merc stuff. So like it's just week by week. Our coaches do a good job preparing, and they say like use your hands. They tell us what to do. We use our hands, and hopefully we use our hands to win, right?
Yeah, I think we're playing Rat Tactics.
Week.
Right now we're kind of just zoned in on them. We have them circled for next. Anyone in particular? Not really. I don't. I haven't done any scouting yet. I haven't looked over who's on their team yet. But it'll come soon. It's already Monday, so got a couple of days before then. We'll lock in, do our scouting reports, and then do them on the Rift.
I know they beat our other White Lotus team, so it'd be nice to avenge our brethren. I think it was Black Rose.
Black Rose. I was about to say which one. Black Thorn.
Got a lot of them. They're all good.
There's a lot
Every
of
one
White
of them
Lotus.
good.
A lot.
There's a lot of White Lotus.
There's.
I will say before the next question, your top laner in Westbound, he said in the chat, get a room.
He doesn't
That's-
understand. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, he's up
you see
there.
how you see his playstyle. He's on an island. He don't get it.
Isolated,
Yeah, he's
he's
isolated, bro.
void of human interaction up there,
No grass to touch.
No, he's awesome. Westbound's awesome. He handled his own well today again. He did it last week. He did it again today. We expect him to do it again on Thursday. I think he's a great player.
Looking at that game one, Aaron, I just want to know what was the mindset. That amount of teams they will probably that kind of player would tilt on face of earth for. Guys came back surging, but I just want to know what was the thought process going in before and then during. I wait for you.
So our
Brother.
the Baron was called, the shot was called. We're gonna follow it. We just it probably wasn't the best call all around, and it for sure was tilting. Don't get me wrong, I was pretty tilted going into the game
This
too. But
guy
it's
was tilted,
yeah,
bro.
it was more so my own gameplay. There's a lot more I could have done, and I'm not tilted at my teammates. We all listened to a call. A call was made. We all did something. We all tried to take care of it. We lost the game. Like it could be worse, right? I think what just is just like we go to the next game. And at that point, it's just like we just have to win 2 games, right? It just becomes like we just technically need to 2-0 them. The first game doesn't even matter at that point. I personally had to take a breath real quick, make sure I'm all good, refocus.
Yeah, that was a interesting call. We did it. We regret it. It lost. I think personally, I think that was the nail. Like we had thrown a little bit before then, but it wasn't anything that we couldn't come back from. Like we had the lead to start off with, threw it, got the lead back. I think, or at least we felt like we had the lead again, and then threw it again. And yeah, that felt like the nail in the coffin for that game. But it's just a lot of, hey, what can we do instead of that? We should have done this, and just talking together after the game, taking deep breaths, and then locking in for 2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 points on that. I really do appreciate that you guys say when someone makes the call, you guys all follow through. Like that really makes the team. Like, yes, you can look back afterwards and say, was it the right call? What happened because of it? So, good props to you guys for doing that because that's really going to carry you guys super far. And then the second comment on that is, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza? I'm asking. I'm freaking asking. All right.
Pineapple on pizza?
Yes or no?
Yeah, that's diabolical eats, bro.
I don't know. Pineapple on pizza is fucking fire.
I'm
Oh,
not
excuse
eating
my
that.
language. Sorry.
Oh.
It's very, very good. Very, very
Don't
good.
worry, Rita dropped a lot of elbows already.
Okay.
No, we dropped everything on the stream.
Okay, I didn't know if I was allowed to
watch
cuss.
back.
My bad. Yeah, no, pineapple pizza is good. You get the consistency of like, or the
Alright,
texture of like the
lost
cold
respect,
is
I
so
lost
nice.
respect for them.
What's wrong with
But
this guy?
All right, don't, man. Don't even
He does
continue,
not.
bro.
He does not represent all of us, bro. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
I was
don't know
told
what's
before I
up
came in here, I represent all White Lotus, so I can't act up,
Okay.
and that includes me liking pineapple on pizza. That is what I was
Yo.
told
Hey,
by my coach.
I'm just saying, bro, that he just crashed out almost in a half of the game 3 about. But
I mean, there wasn't much to talk about.
Fair enough. I mean, after that game 3, there's not really that much to talk about. Speaking of that game 3, I got a real question for you. Two of them actually. First one, just a little, two fun questions. How do you feel about the guys' pickums that had you guys for 2? You got anything to say to those guys?
I mean,
I
eventually,
didn't even know there's pick'ems.
yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie.
eventually, like, people will either we're gonna play like how we did today, and I think we're just gonna continue to perform better and better, and then eventually they're like, dang, let's not make them lose every game in predictions, right? And yeah, I didn't
Wait,
know there
what
was
happened?
predictions.
They
Is there?
they voted for us to get 2-0'd?
I mean, some people did for their pickums.
Oh, I thought you said we were gonna 2-0 them. I was just like, oh, my bad.
Oh,
Like, I don't know, my bad.
by the way, that was not me. I have not been. Just know
No,
that
that's
was not
fine. That's
me.
fine. I mean, after our week 1, our first game, we weren't. It was a new experience for our carry positions. Me and our AD Yuri. It was a new experience. You know, it's the first time in this league. Like, there was a lot of external factors that kind of held us back a little bit. But over the last few weeks, we've kind of honed that in, and I think we're starting to show our potential here. I mean, we 2-0'd last week. We should have 2-0 tonight. That was just a throw. We literally just threw game 1. We're gonna try 2-0 again this Thursday, and then I hope people will reevaluate their stance on us after this week. Yeah.
They're definitely gonna have to. Cause Rat Tats is a pretty strong team. But I got one last question, and we're gonna let you guys go. You guys place bets on who's gonna be the first one to die or something? Because you guys were like 16-0, and then somebody finally died. Like, was that like bets or something? Like, it was just you guys troll the guy like, "Hey man, we're reporting you or something afterwards." Like, I just gotta know, man. Give me the scoop.
I'm a KDA
No.
player. I don't care about my
Yeah.
team. I only want to look good, man. That's the goal we're playing, right? I don't care about anybody else. I'm
Hey,
selfish.
I respect
No, we didn't. Nothing like that. But we have our jungler Soren. When we get ahead, he tends to get a little happy-go-lucky. So I won't lie, like in the back of my head, like the very very back, because we were really like locked in, because we were like, no way we're gonna throw again like game 1, like focus up after every kill. Like there'd be some giggles or something, and then we'd be like, no, like focus
Lock
up.
in. Lock
Yeah,
in.
actually lock in. So, but in the like very back of my head, I was like, I wonder who is gonna die. I was like, it's not gonna be me.
It
I
was
promise
me.
it's not gonna be me.
I
Was like,
was
I
first
think it's
death.
gonna be. I
took
think it's
a
gonna
tower
be our
shot,
jungler
yep.
Soren.
Yeah. I killed myself with my own ricochet, man. It's so unfortunate.
All
I still
right.
don't know how you died to Vi from that, bro. I don't get
Because
it.
It's 'cause
Vi
Vi
had
hit
hit
you
me
last.
last, and
Yep.
I'd taken aggro from hitting Lux with ricochet, and then I walked into turret and died. It's pretty cool, right?
You hit Alexa. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it now. I didn't
Yeah.
understand it when you said it in game. Okay.
All right. Well, I will say though that you guys are on that your game is on our schedule for the beach of White Lotus. You guys, White Lotus, Azalea, not Azalea, Wisteria. Sorry, names are so very close. But Wisteria versus Rat Taxes on this Thursday at 8 Eastern. Keep that in mind, guys. For the people that are watching and listening, that's in the game. We get to see when Saints come marching in with the rest of the crew of White Lotus to take on Coin Flip and the rest of Rat Taxi to see who comes out the victor this coming Thursday. Like I said, 8 Eastern. But guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us for this interview. Yeah, we had some fun questions, also some serious ones. But just to get you guys out there, since it's your first competitive experience, I'm glad you guys are enjoying your time here, but also getting the job done. But for the ones at home, I just want to say it's already a late night, so make sure you get your rest in, drink your water, eat your dinner. But we see you guys next time, sometime throughout the week, and we're gonna be signing off. Y'all have a great night.
Yeah. Thank you. Hope to see you guys again on Thursday for another interview. Make it happen.
Oh.